Like this is my name, Pratik, and I am being provided the entire economics portion to complete, and it will take around 25 classes to complete the entire syllabus, and one class of 3 hours each, so it will take around 75 hours to complete the entire topic of economics from both pre as well as mains point of view. Okay. Like first of all, I want to give you a brief, like which topic I will cover in the class, so that you'll have a broad idea, ki what kind of things we are going to discuss in class. So, like we will start with the topic of GDP and related concepts. Then the second topic we'll discuss about banking and finance. The third topic will be government budgeting and fiscal policy. Fourth, inflation. Then after this, the fifth topic will be capital market. Okay. Then after the sixth topic will be foreign trade, foreign investment, foreign exchange rate determination, then after this, poverty and unemployment. Okay. Then 10th topic will be industry, then corporate governance and corporate social responsibility. Then international organizations, WTO, World Bank Group, IMF and others. What is being there, we will discuss about this. Then 12th topic will be subsidies. Then food security, food processing industry. Then infrastructure. Okay, then topic of agriculture in India. Only from economics perspective we'll discuss about the agriculture. Okay, then next topic will be like what? Yes, investment models. Okay, and then whatever remains, we'll discuss. So these are the topics that we'll discuss in our class. Moreover, where we have any kind of updation, we'll discuss with the topic itself. Okay, so these are the topics we'll discuss in class. Now, when it comes to, what kind of sources you are supposed to refer when it comes to covering this thing. So initially, when you receive the material for the economics from the institute, there is a one handout in that, how to approach economics. Okay, in that handout, it has been provided that you are supposed to refer certain books, like you are having NCERTs of 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th NCERTs are there. Under that, you're not supposed to refer each and everything, like you are supposed to refer only few chapters. Like I'll tell you the name, that which chapter you're supposed to refer. Like in case of 9th standard NCERT, you are supposed to follow chapter number 1. In 9th, the book name is Social Science. The title of the book is Social Science Economics, chapter number 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 3, and the final chapter of the book. You can get the NCERT book for free on internet. Okay, and the last chapter basically belongs to the food security in India. So these are the 4 chapters that you're supposed to refer in a class of economics. Like in my class, I have one simple request. I won't find anyone talking to other. That is the only request I have in class. You can ask as many questions as you want to ask, no issues from my side at all. Whatever question you want to ask related to the topic, you can ask. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, whenever I will stop in terms of any discussion, like if I'm discussing one particular aspect, let's suppose related to banking, GDP and other. So as soon as I'll say ask question, you can ask questions. And unless until I won't be able to finish your question, how many questions you will ask doesn't matter to me. You can ask as many as. Okay. Once you will say yes, the questions are over, then I'll start with the other thing. Okay. But do not interrupt in middle and do not talk in class. Okay. Now in case of 10th standard NCERT, you can refer, the book name is Understanding Economic Development. Okay, the book name is Understanding Economic Development, chapter number 1, 2, 3 and 4 and the final chapter that you can refer in the 10th standard. The last chapter is basically about the consumer rights. Okay. Then in case of 11th standard NCERT, the book name is Indian Economic Development. Okay, that you can refer completely. It's a very interesting book, very simple, no hard and fast concept are being there. It's just that normal economics is being there, that is being providing about the development of the economy. So that you can refer completely. It's just a novel kind of thing. Moreover, a lot of pictures are also there. So when you read it, you will find it interesting. Okay. In case of 12th standard book, the book name is Macroeconomics, not the micro you are supposed to refer. You are not supposed to touch the micro at any point of time. You are supposed to touch only the macroeconomics. The chapter numbers are 3, 5 and 6. So these are the things that you need to cover in NCERT if you want. In 9th, 1, 2 and 3 and final. Then in 10th, 1, 2, 3, 4 and final. Then 11th, entire book. And then 12th standard, you are having chapter number 3, 5 and 6 chapter about the foreign exchange, then about the monetary policy and the other thing. Now certain people also wants to refer certain books, that will help in terms of preparing the thing. So you are having certain things about the Indian economy in the market. Like one of the book is being, like all the books are being titled with Indian economic or Indian economy. So one of the writer is, is Mishra and Puri is one of the writer who have written a book about the Indian economy. Then there is a one writer called Dutt and Sundaram. These are all the books are being used in the Delhi University in the I think in the final year in the BCom honors syllabus. The book is really nice. Mishra Puri, Dutt and Sundaram. Then there is a one book called I.C. Dhingra. Then there is a one more book that is being written by Uma Kapila. She is a professor in Miranda House College in Delhi University. Okay, so these are the 4 books that is helpful. So you're not supposed to take all the 4 books, just take any one out of these 4. Because all books are kind of same. Like the book name of this Uma Kapila is Programs and Policies of Indian Economy. So 4 books are there. Any one book which you find that it is being kind of good, less bulky, the chapters are more interesting. So what you can do, go to the shop, just ask for the books, then see it one by one, and whatever book you will find interesting, just buy that particular book. So once you are being able to finish with this book, there's one more book called Indian Economic Development. Okay, that is the Problems of Indian Economic Development actually. Problems of Indian Economic Development that you're supposed to refer once you are being finished with this thing. The writer is again Uma Kapila. The last edition of this book was published in 2014, I believe. After that, it is not being updated. Okay, so Problems of Indian Economic Development is the book written by Uma Kapila that you can refer. So these things that you can refer, if you want. The second way, is the way to prepare. Like in the class, we'll discuss all the topics that I have provided here. We'll discuss these topics one by one, and whatever we'll discuss, I'll provide you in writing. Okay. Plus, you'll also get handouts from my side. These handouts are being prepared by me, not by the institute. So under that, you will give a brief about each and every topic. Except few topics, like one of the topic is inflation. You will not get handout on inflation, but for the other topic, for each and every topic, you will get one handout of around 15 pages, 20 pages, 25 pages. That I have prepared from these books. Like these books are more than 1500 pages plus. But the entire book is not important from an examination point of view. Like books are from Delhi University point of view. So those chapters, so you can say those topics which are being mentioned in our syllabus of mains examination, we just need to pick that up. And we just need to read that one. And moreover, the entire chapter is also not being required from an examination point of view. So what I've did, I've taken certain portion from each and every book on those topics which is required from our examination. Plus this book. Plus Indian Economic Survey. Plus Government of India's website like, budget document, economic survey document, then Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Foreign Investment, then you can say, the external affairs. There's so many ministries are there. And moreover, the website of PIB also, Public Information Bureau. So what I've done, I have taken certain things from each and every books that is relevant from an examination point of view. And moreover, certain things I also use like United Nations website, WTO website. There's so many things that we can refer from the internet. So that I've picked up and I provided in the handout. So the total number of pages of these handouts will be around 250 plus. Okay, that is completely from our examination point of view. Secondly, that you're also getting a printed material from the institute side. So that you are getting in hard copy form, and you will not get this one in the hard copy. You will get this in the soft copy form. Like you're having your online student platform. So the class will discuss like banking class. Once you finish the banking or will start with the banking, you'll get the handout of banking in your students portal. So what you can do, you can go to the portal and simply download that file from that class number. Okay, so I think on the website you will find if this is, let's suppose, the laptop that you're using. So on this side, when you see, there's a material kind of link is there. So when you click it, you will have the handouts. So whatever handout is being there, relevant from the class point of view, that will be uploaded there only. That you can simply download, and if you want to take a print, read it. If you want to read in soft copy form, you can also read in soft copy form. Okay. So if we will complete the class portion that we'll discuss, and whatever I'll provide in writing here, जो dictate करूँगा आप लोगों को, plus handouts, plus institute note, that is being more than sufficient from our UPSC point of view. Around, I would say, in the prelims, you will be able to cover more than 90% through these notes, okay, and the class discussion. And of the mains, I would say that you will be able to cover around 80 to 85%. In mains, I cannot guarantee about all the questions because mains examinations have been kind of very dicey and they have been asking questions from anywhere. So you'll find one or two questions that will be not answerable, you can say, that about which you're not having knowledge, and you can write the perfect answer or you can write a good answer. So target should be, in terms of UPSC, to cover around 80 to 85% of the mains examination paper. And in case of prelims, you know that when it comes to covering the prelims, you're supposed to target around, 55% of the questions that you need to. I think the cutoff for the general category is around 110, 115. Okay, and for the mains examination, the cutoff is only around 40% for the general category. So if you write mains examination around 80 or 85% of the paper, and if you're writing good answer, then it won't be difficult for you to score 50%. But if you're targeting for the entire 100% paper, and if you're not writing good answer, then you won't be able to get even 30% of the marks. So do not be behind like, that I need to cover the entire paper. Just try to cover, 80% or 85% and write a qualitative answers. Because in a qualitative answer when you're writing, if the answer is good, if the answer is to the point as per the demand of question, you can score at least 55 to 60% you can get. Okay? So that means if suppose you're attempting the 80% or 90% of the paper, like out of 300, 250 marks of paper, you are attempting, let's suppose, 225 or let's suppose 220 or 210 something. And you're scoring 100 marks in that. The score is really good. So do not worry about that I need to score 125, 140 or 150. It is very, very difficult. So your target should be what? That in the mains, when it comes to mains examination GS paper, my target is at least 100 marks for each of the 4 paper. So you'll get how much? 400. And you're having essay paper of 250. In essay, you can easily score more than 100 if you are having a kind of a good writing skills. Or you can say if you're having average writing skills also, you can score good. Moreover, from the date when the UPSC started asking you 2 essays, it is beneficial for you. Because earlier when you're writing 1 essay, there was a chance you'll get less marks. Like if you're writing 2 essays, if you're being more comfortable in one topic, you'll get more marks in that. So if you're scoring, let's suppose, 110 marks, or let's suppose 100 only, in essay also. So how much you're getting? 500. And I said, so the cutoff is how much? Out of 1750, that is the total marks. Okay, of the mains, how much? 1000, 250 plus 500, 1750. So out of 1750, if you calculate around 40%, it is around 680 something. That is being very high. Though the cutoff is less than 40%, but I'm saying the cutoff is 40%, then this much of the marks. So in your optional, out of 500, I would say 250 is really easy to score. Because in GS, you know that the syllabus is really vast and you cannot expect a question as per your comfort area. But in the optional subject, the subject is yours. And I think it is not difficult to score 50% in the optional paper. 750 you are getting, you will easily get a call for the interview. So do not take your optional lightly while preparing. Because what people are doing in UPSC, that they're been focusing more and more on where? On GS. Because I think that GS is really vast. But give time to your optional also. Because in optional, if you're having 500 marks, then you can still score 300. Even 300 plus you can score. I've seen people, who are scoring 70% in fact, in their optional paper. Okay? So, point is, optional should not be ignored at all in case of UPSC. Now, so one thing you can do, if you want to refer this, you can also refer. Because certain students, really like to buy books that provide them what? Psychological satisfaction. That if you're having a kind of a bulky book in your room that shows that you're preparing for the UPSC, then certain people keep on buying the India Air book every year, 2015, 2016, 2017, you will keep on buying. You'll keep on buying the Manorama Year book, and there's so many books have been there in the market. Do not buy lot of books for this exam, I'm telling you. Because the main beauty, you can say, or the problem with this examination is that the time is less and the things that you need to prepare is really, really vast. So one thing, if you want to buy this, read NCERT, you can refer, because NCERTs are free. You can simply download on your cell phone, like whenever you're walking, if you're being sitting idle and doing nothing you're doing, then simply start reading one chapter. You will be able to complete. It's very simple. Okay? But still, if you're leaving it, then no problem. That I'm saying, if you're leaving, if you're not having time with you, then whatever we'll discuss in the class, we'll discuss from the very basic. Okay? So you will be able to understand this thing. And if you want to buy this, buy it. If you do not want to refer any of these things, that is also fine. Just refer the institute notes, the handouts, okay? And third one, you can see the class notes that you have been making in the classroom itself, okay? Whenever you are making class notes for any subject in UPSC, that requires updation. For example, economics, IR, social issues, then you can say polity, governance, these kind of topics. Whenever you're making notes for these subjects, if suppose this is the page, provide certain space on both the sides, or you can say provide a kind of a big space on one side of the page. Why I'm saying this? Like suppose today we are doing GDP, okay? Like few days back I was reading one article that Government of India in 2014 changed the methodology by which the GDP is being calculated. It was earlier on the basis of factor cost, now it is as per the market price. Now due to various controversies raised by the various economists and the various statisticians in India, the Government of India is saying that there may be certain flaws when it comes to calculating GDP by the current method. And the committee is being there, provided by the Government of India to provide certain new methodologies to calculate the GDP. So it may be like they will provide altogether something new, or what they will do, they will simply provide something addition to the old topics. Because what was the major controversy? Economy is saying that we are being growing at 8% every year. But on the other hand, when you see the index of industrial production, it was just 1.5%. So there is no match in these two figures. You're getting my point or not? So because of this, certain controversy raised by the people, and they said that we need to revise it. So suppose we are being discussing about the GDP, and I discuss about the current scenario, because unless until the report will not provide the report, I cannot discuss. Yes or no? So thing is, if you leave certain space here, so whatever we'll discuss in class and whatever you will write here, when you get the updation, you are supposed to jot down the updation here only. Okay? Do not use your laptops for the purpose of making a folder and saving the articles over there. Do not buy a file to cut an article from the newspaper and punch over there. You will not be able to revise it at all at the time of revision, I'm telling you. Because when the exams are approaching, you'll have less time to revise everything. So if you have one notebook for each and every subject, like economics, polity, IR, whatever it is, then what you can do, just at the time of examination, simply take that notebook and revise it completely. Otherwise, if you do the updations here and there, so when you take up your notebook for the purpose of revision, you will forget where I provide the updations, where the article, where the things are there. So entire article is not relevant, you know that. Only certain points are being there that is being relevant or new, you can say. So you're supposed to look for that new points and updations and write down this side. Getting my point or not? So make your notes in such a manner that it will be useful for at least 2 years. Because 1 year of your preparation and 1 year of your examination process. Like you will finish the coaching in the month of, let's say, about 10 or 11th month, then you're having prelims, then mains, then interview. It's a long duration. So make your notes or make your notebook in such a way that you will be able to use it for at least 2 years. Yes or no? Do not be kind of greedy in terms of buying the notebook. Okay, buy a heavy notebook. Or simply what you can do, use A4 size paper, loose papers, write down the things. Whenever you find the updation, write on that. Just punch it inside. You're getting my point or not? So there is a one way of preparing note is like this way. Getting my point or not? Moreover, why I am saying in this examination time is really important. See, generally people are giving, like you are already in the month of October end. It's already November, you can say. So you are having November, December, January, February, March, then April and May. You're having how many months? 7 months left for your examination prelims. Normally, when you started preparing the month of July, your coaching started the month of July. So from July to May, you can say, we are saying, let's suppose you're having almost 12 months. That is having how many days? 365 days. Like once I'll discuss this thing, I'll show you the syllabus. Okay? Now you say, what is new in the syllabus? It's a mains examination syllabus only that you've already seen. So what I've done in the syllabus, I simply divided the entire UPSC mains syllabus not as per the paper, as per the topics. Okay? Like history, world history, polity, governance, social issues, then you can say economics, then ethics, aptitude, IR, in this way. So it's not paper-wise, it's topic-wise. So in total, you are having 13 topics that you need to prepare in general studies. Okay? I'll show you, don't worry. Plus, one essay paper you need to prepare. Okay? Plus, those people who are from English medium, they find it difficult to prepare for Hindi paper. Compulsory Hindi, mains paper. Do remember every year 2,000 to 3,000 people are failing in the compulsory language paper in the mains. Because we people wrote Hindi in 9th or 10th standard. And we have been making so many mistakes when it comes to writing Hindi. So do read the Hindi newspaper daily. I'm not saying read for 1 hour, just read for 10-15 minutes. You can use Punjab Kesari, one of the most funniest paper we are having in Hindi. So one Hindi paper you need to prepare. Plus 2 optional, you can say, paper. Paper 1, paper 2. So I'm just considering optional as a 2 paper. So in total, you are having 17 areas that you need to prepare for the entire UPSC. You are having this many days. How many subjects? 17. You are having around 3 weeks for each and every subject to prepare. Imagine how less time you are having for the UPSC preparation. Okay? So point is, if you start referring lot of things from here and there, like suppose after your class at 5 o'clock, you left. And you know that there are a lot of tea stall here. When you go there, you'll find certain Babas type log. You know, Babas who have been preparing for UPSC for the last 6-7 years, having a lot of experience of UPSC. That they have been giving mains every year, you know, give an interview 2 or 3 times and having a lot of knowledge. And they are being familiar with each and every book in the market about each and every subject. So once you go there, like you're discussing something, let's suppose with your friend, about economics, polity, whatever subject is going on. Now, उनकी आदत क्या होती है? They will pinch you. Okay, ये पढ़ रहा है? अच्छा अच्छा. I'll tell you what is this. They want to show that they're being very intelligent. And once you will tell them that I'm reading this and that, they say, Acha, have you read this book? No. Read this, it's really nice. Have you read this? No. Read this, is really nice. Have you read this magazine? No. It's very good. You will get good thing in that. What you will do? You start buying things. As soon as you'll buy things, you'll take this and you will read for 1 or 2 days maximum. And after that, you will simply put it in the corner of your room. Then after a few days, when you again wake up, from what? From the other areas that you're studying. You thought that, yeah, through week I bought something that I've still not read it. Okay, let's read it. Then you again pick it up. Then again one day somebody else will suggest you, have you read this book? No. You start buying a lot of things. Do not do this at all. Whatever material that has been given to you in the institute, refer that religiously. Whatever handout has been given to you, read that properly. Whatever class discussion that you're doing, do it properly. Do not bother about buying a lot of books, I'm telling you. It will only give you tension. Only tension it will give you. Just read less and think more about the thing. You're getting my point or not? Because reading more things will not make you the IAS officer. It's only those things will make you IAS or make you the dream job if you read the relevant thing. And relevant thing you can read only when you have a clear picture about the syllabus in your mind. I'm pretty sure in this class, though you people are doing coaching since July this year, but I can bet this thing that out of you, 50% or more than 50% have actually not seen the syllabus as of yet. I can bet on that. That you people not have seen the syllabus of prelims, mains, and moreover certain people are also not even knowing this thing, that UPSC is giving syllabus for the interview also. You know that. I'm sure. I know the psychology of student. I'm also a student. Okay, though I'm not preparing for the UPSC, but I know them. Like I'm taking classes in 2 institutes. Like in this Vision IAS, I'm taking economics. Any lawyer in the class? Yeah. There is one institute called Rahul's IAS. I'm taking constitution over there. So 2 subjects I'm teaching. One is economics and the second one is polity. What difference I'm finding in case of these students who are being preparing for the judiciary and those who are being preparing for the UPSC? Those who are preparing for the judiciary, you will find around 50 to 60% of the class strength are being serious candidate. Okay, in the judiciary, what I found, because there we are having a batch of around 500 students. So there we are finding that students 50 to 60% are serious about their career. In UPSC, hardly 10 to 15% you will get who are being serious for this exam. If I'll start asking, the topics by providing it here, is this topic is a part of syllabus? Then you people will go blank. You think, is it a part of syllabus? No. Yes. Now tell me, capital market is a part of syllabus? Yes. No, absolutely not. But I'll take it because it is relevant from the pre-point of view. It is not given in the main syllabus. I know you have not seen the syllabus. Why I am saying this particular thing? If you have the clear picture about this syllabus in your mind, like prelims, they're not defining syllabus, but in mains they have give each and every topic about the syllabus. I'm not saying you're supposed to mug up the topics of syllabus. You're supposed to see the topic and understand what is the things that I need to cover. Okay? Like as I said, in economics, in IER, in social issues, in the other, these topics require subdivisions. Yes or no? And you're reading one thing as a Gita, as a Bible, as a Quran, Hindu newspaper. Yes or no? Daily. Everyone must be buying Hindu, I know. Anyone who is not buying Hindu in this class? I'm sure not. You people are not buying Hindu. Express. Express is also a good newspaper. Chaliye, whatever you are buying, Hindu or Indian Express, if you know the syllabus, if you have the topics of a syllabus in your mind, when you read the newspaper, you will know it. What thing I'm supposed to read and what thing I'm supposed to leave in this paper. Otherwise, what you will do? I've seen people in this class, like in the other batches, in the other institutes also, when I was taking classes in the other institutes, the people are giving around 2 hours daily, 1.5 hours to read the newspaper. How many of you are giving more than 1 hour currently to the Hindu newspaper? Why you people are giving more than 1 hour? I'm pretty sure that you have not seen the syllabus. Once you see the syllabus and see the topics, why I'm going to provide you syllabus in this topic manner? You're supposed to see those topics which require subdivision. And you need to keep these topics in your mind. So when you read newspaper, you can easily figure it out. That this thing is being part of my syllabus, I'm supposed to read it. And this thing is not a part of my syllabus, I'm supposed to leave it. Do not touch those things which is not required at all. Because we people are having less time for the preparation. Getting my point or not? So, this thing will help you in terms of preparing better. Yes or no? So, syllabus is a thing that is very, very required. Like, when you plan for a tour, let's suppose you people are planning for going for a tour to, let's suppose, San Francisco. You're going to USA for holidays. Now, when you plan for a trip to USA or any other country, what you will do? You will plan, I will take this flight, I'll go and stay in this hotel, I'll go to this place, I'll go to that place, this is the map I'm having, this is a scene that I need to, this is a sightseeing that I need to do when I'll reach there. You plan. Now you people are preparing for an examination called IAS. civil service examination. That is the mother of all examinations in India. Most toughest. I want to say toughest, the most lengthiest and the broadest examination for this you are preparing. Now, you need to reach to your goal to be an IAS officer. And what is the path or what is the way? Syllabus. You need to see. So when you go for a tour, you plan. But when you prepare for civil services, you hardly see the syllabus. Yes or no? Have you seen the syllabus? No. Yes, sir. No. I know that. So at least give certain time to see syllabus. Now once you see the syllabus and understand it completely, second thing that you're supposed to do for this examination, see the last year question papers. I'm not saying go through the last 10-15 years paper. Just see last 3 or 4 years paper of mains and prelims, that's all. Not go for the 10 years. It is not required at all. When you see the 3 or 4 years last year paper, what you will find, you'll see the level of question. I'm not saying you're supposed to solve it. No, you're not supposed to solve the question papers once you see it. You're simply supposed to see the paper, understand what level of question they're asking from the various topics. What kind of question level is there in case of prelims examination. Once you will be able to understand the level of difficulty of question. So suppose you have been reading about the banking. Okay. So when you start reading banking, if you remember or if you know what kind of question were asked by the UPSC from the banking topic, then you will be able to figure it out at what level I need to stop. You're getting my point or not? Otherwise, what you will do, you will keep on reading banking. And banking is a topic that requires a lot of, you can say, under this you can read a lot of things. But a lot of things are not important from our examination point of view. We only need to read few things about banking that we'll discuss in class. Okay? Once you will see the main syllabus, you will see that each and every question they're asking thing like critically examine the statement, justify the statement, give your own opinion. This kind of statements are being there in case of each and every question. That means in mains examination, they're not asking you simple, straightforward question. They're asking your opinion on the various things. So what you're doing, when you're preparing for the UPSC, you're not supposed to segregate your preparation. You're supposed to do preparation, in kind of accumulated way. How? Suppose you're reading about recently passed bankruptcy code bill. Okay, that was passed by the government of India in the budget session. So when you read the bankruptcy code, and if you're reading it from pre-point of view, what you're supposed to do, you're only supposed to consider the certain important provisions of the act. You're not supposed to know the entire act. Only certain provisions that has been given the various articles of the newspaper, like Hindu, okay, Indian Express, whatever you're referring. Because as soon as something is being passed by government, you will start getting articles on that. Just focus on those provisions, on those points. Then, once you will cover these provisions, then think from mains point of view. If the question will be asked in the mains, because bankruptcy is related to the industry only. Industry topic they can ask. Okay. So suppose the question will be the mains examination, what kind of question will be there? That bankruptcy code is going to help the Indian economy in a very good manner in terms of attracting the foreign investment. Examine the statement, justify, give your own opinion. So if you know so in this kind of question, you're not supposed to give the provisions of this act. You just need to give the opinion and the explanation of this certain important point. Because in prelims, what kind of question will be there from the bankruptcy code? Consider the following statement about the bankruptcy code 2016. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 statement. Then option A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, none of the above. These kind of statements you will get. But in mains, they will ask not this kind of thing. They will not ask question, give certain important provisions of the bankruptcy code bill. You will never get these kind of questions. You will get how they are going to help. What kind of difficulties Government of India will see in terms of implementation of this particular act. So questions will be like this. So when you read this thing, you're not supposed to stop yourself just by reading the provision. Now think, what kind of question can be asked in the mains? Okay? And prepare points on that. Whatever topic is being there in the, news, I'll give you insight about that. We'll discuss this in class so that you'll have a, kind of a viewpoint on that. And you will be able to prepare the things in a holistic manner. But if something is being there which is being not, let's suppose completed, or something you will get after the syllabus is over in the class, some updation. So read it, understand it, and try to analyze in your own way and make your own points. Okay? Because if you want to prepare, if you want to clear mains, under that you need to have a good analytical skills with you. Because examining things is not easy. You need to apply your mind. Imagine that you will have only 3 hours and you need to write so many question answers and a lot of pressure on your mind. Well, so many people are being, near to you and they're all writing paper. So you're having a lot of competition. So you have a tension in your mind that time. And thinking and writing requires a lot of effort. So what you can do, whatever assignment that has been given to you in class daily, do write it. Get the feedback. Try to improve your writing skills. Do not think this point that if I'm saying writing skills, it's not like that you need to write very clean language. You're supposed to use very tough words. No. You just need to write simple language and to the point answer. And within the word limit, that's all. You'll get good marks. Do not be think in this way that I need to write introduction, I need to write, main body part, I need to write conclusion, then my answer will be completed. No. You simply see the question, think. If they're asking this, from the very first line, start targeting the question. Do not give introduction. You're not supposed to write essay. We are only having 200 words. Getting my point or not? So be specific. Because as soon as the faculty or the invigilator who is checking your paper, when they will start reading your answer, if I'm not getting your answer from the very first line, if you're not targeting the question from the very first line, I'll start feeling boring. I'll say, it's not a good answer. Let's give 20%. Let's give 30%. But from the very first line, if you'll write answer from the question point of view, I'll feel impressed. I'm saying, no, it's a good answer. Let's read it completely. Give 40, 50, 60% marks. You can get in this way. So, do your assignments, write answer. And whatever suggestion is being given to you, just try to follow it. You're getting my point or not? So, UPSC is not a tough thing. It's just that you need to make a proper planning and you need to execute it. Because what we are doing planning every day. But when it comes to implementation, we are not doing it. Every day, when you wake up in the morning, you think, I'll read for 5 hours. I'll read for 6 hours. But as soon as the day will end, you are being just done with 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or 3 hours. And in fact, the 3 hours that you studied for the entire day, it's not actually 3 hours. It's just 1.5 hours. Why? Because half the time you're looking in your cell phones. Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, so many things happening there. That is being diverting your attention while preparing for the examination. You get my point or not? Now, tell me one thing. Out of how many of you have actually not decided their optional as of yet? I'm sure so many people are there. That those people are still confused about their optional subject. Ki, what should I take? Yes. Which optional subject you have decided? Yes, sir. What is the confusion? Yes. Anyone? Two or three people were raising their hand, but now they are being, kind of reluctant in terms of saying that we have not decided the option as of yet. Yes, tell me, anyone. Do not think in this class, there's a one quote. The one who is raising a question in class is being called stupid just once. And the one who is not raising a question in the class is being called stupid all the time. Because if you will leave with a query, having a doubt in your mind, that doubt will be with you for forever. But if you're raising a question in the class itself while discussing something, and you're clearing it there only, then it will be good for you. It will be better for you to, to understand things. Like once you go to home and you revise things, you'll be able to understand things in just one go. Otherwise, confusion will be there always in your mind. So raise questions. thing. Do not bother about what the other is thinking. Generally, what is the problem with the boys? They will think what the girls will think if I'll ask a question. And the boys and the girls think what the other girl will think about me when there is a question. Though they're not bothering about the boys, but they're bothering about the other girls. No, I should not ask. No, वो ऐसे सोचेगी अच्छा नहीं है. Stupid question है. इतना easy ऐसे कैसे? Like once, when I was studying something, when I was preparing for UPSC few years back, then topic of monsoon was going on in the class. अब पूरा टॉपिक पढ़ा दिया मॉनसून का. अब मुझे समझ में आया, मैंने बादल का चक्कर क्या है यार, ये बनते कैसे हैं, समझ में नहीं आया. मैं सर आई हैव ए क्वेश्चन. कहते यस प्लीज़ आस्क. मैंने सर ये व्हाट इज़ दिस मॉनसून. कहते वी हैव फिनिश्ड इट. मैंने सर नो आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज़ दिस मॉनसून. मैं सर ये मॉनसून समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा, ये मॉनसून का मतलब क्या होता है. ये तो समझ में आ रहा है, बादल का बता रहे हैं, वहाँ से आता है, हिमालय है, तिब्बत प्लेट्यू है, ये है वो है, ये तो सर समझ में आ रहा है कि कुछ हाई प्रेशर लो प्रेशर बेल्ट समथिंग इज देयर. बट सर व्हाट इज दिस मॉनसून. देन सर इज अ क्वेश्चन कि हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो द मीनिंग ऑफ मॉनसून. 2 people were there in the class who are knowing it. The point is the people are not raising questions. Raise question. If you're not being able to understand things, do ask. मैं कहना एक बार प्रॉब्लम पूछने वाला सिर्फ एक बार बेवकूफ़ कहलाता है, और जो प्रॉब्लम नहीं पूछता वो जिंदगी भर के लिए बेवकूफ़ कहलाता है. वो सर पैसे दिए, यू पेड अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ फी इन दिस इंस्टीट्यूट टू बी पार्ट ऑफ इट, सो इट्स योर राइट. आई वोंट से मॉरल राइट, इट्स योर स्टैट्यूटरी राइट टू आस्क ए क्वेश्चन. रेज क्वेश्चन, आस्क थिंग कि सर दिस इज द इशू दैट वी नीड टू clarify. Okay. So I want to show you just one slide. Now, when you see the syllabus of prelims examination for economics, see that is a syllabus mentioned in the UPSC notification. Basic principle, don't worry, you will get this, entire PPT on your platform. You can refer that, don't worry, just see here only. Like in case of a prelims examination, you're having 3 topics. Basic principles of Indian economy. It is not defined, that means we need to cover so many things. In basic principles, you can say about the banking, government fiscal policy, inflation, capital market, whatever is being part of economy, we need to discuss. And we'll discuss things, don't worry. Social schemes of government. Like this thing, we'll discuss when we discuss about the poverty and unemployment. In the poverty and unemployment topic, when we'll discuss, I'll discuss only the method that we use for the purpose of calculation of poverty, certain important points by which you will be able to analyze things. And you'll get a handout about these schemes of around 30 pages. Under that, all the existing schemes plus those schemes which are being just over, like in 2 or 3 years, last 2 or 3 years. Because every year UPSC is asking 5-6 questions from the various schemes. Like this year, they have asked 9 questions from the various schemes. And I'm telling you, out of the 9, 8 questions were directly from one handout of mine, of all the schemes. Because this thing is being there, so I try to cover exhaustively each and every scheme. I can provide you handout. The duty is on you to read it. And I know it. When I'll give you a handout, when the handout will be uploaded on a student's platform, you will not read it. I know that. You will keep on skipping it. I know this. Because when it comes to taking things, we are being very eager to take it. But when it comes to reading it, we are being so much reluctant to read it. छोड़ना यार, कल पढ़ूंगा. आज कुछ और देखता हूँ. देखिए सर, class में in 75 hours I cannot cover everything. I'll cover only those things which are being conceptual, okay, and that are being technical. The things which are being completely theoretical in nature, I'll give you in handout. That you're supposed to read with the topic as you're discussing in the class. If you only focus on the class notes, you will be able to cover 50% of the prelims and mains. If you refer the handout, I can bet you will be able to cover 80%, 85% of the mains and 90% and more than that in your prelims. So handouts are really, really required to study. Do refer it. I prepare it with a lot of hard work. It's not like it's somebody else is making it. Like in the institute, we are having a team who are making the material. But that handouts is being made by me through my own hard work. Because my purpose, or what my thinking is when it comes to coaching, that the students' efforts should be reduced to minimum in terms of searching things here and there. You should get thing at one place. Read it, finish it, that's all. That I can provide you. But when it comes to covering it, it is up to you that you will cover it or not. देखिए पढ़ेंगे अपने लिए, नहीं पढ़ेंगे अपने लिए. You have paid fees, I am getting fees. For what? For my duties, I am doing it. If you ask me for material, like if something you will ask, sir, I need material for this extra, I need to read this extra or that extra, I can provide it separately also. You just require to send me the email, कि I need this material. If I'm having it, I'll send you. But point is, you need to study it. I can help you as much as I can in your preparation. But point is, when it comes to, referring things, that you can do. Because I know students are not doing it. Sir, when you're preparing for the UPSC, you need to have some sort of reasons inside your mind to read things. It is the most boring examination, I would say, in the entire India. Who want to read history? Geography? बाबर क्यों मरा? अरे मर गया, खप गया, मुझे करना यार. चला गया ऊपर. But point is, the question has been asked in the paper, so I need to read it. I have no option. Okay? Getting my point or not? So thing is, unless until you're not having some sort of reason in your mind for the preparation that I can tell you, you will not be able to prepare exhaustively for this examination. See this weightage of economics in your prelims paper. In 10, 36 questions were there from the economics. Suppose, see, out of 136 questions just from one subject, 16 and 11, 19 and 12, 18 and 13, then 14, then 22, then 15 and 29. Last year, like this year only, 29 questions were there from economics. Around 20 questions from the economics and 9 questions from the social welfare schemes. So in total, 29 questions. So on an average, you can say you are having a weightage of 20% in your prelims paper of economics. You cannot leave it at all. Okay? When you see the syllabus of mains, like that is a syllabus of, you can say, topics in the syllabus for mains. Like Indian economy, issue related to planning, growth, inclusive growth, government budgeting, transport and marketing of agricultural products, e-technology in the aid of farmer. Then you're having food security, technology mission, economics for animal rearing, food processing and related industry, land reforms, effects of liberalization, change in industrial policy. Then after that, poverty and hunger, international institution, subsidies, PDS, infrastructure and investment models. These topics are being there. If you see the weightage of economics in mains in paper 2 and paper 3, in 13 the total question was 135 of marks. 2014 it was 130 and 15 it is 150 marks of question were there from the economics. So you can say almost 15% weightage is there of economics in your mains in paper 2 and paper 3 combined. So again, you cannot leave it. You can? No, obviously not. If you're leaving it, then you're missing around 20% of the portion. As we discuss the books, material, then this thing and the other. That has been known to you now. If you see the questions that has been asked in the UPSC about from the economics portion, the questions are very easy, I would say. Why I'm saying it is easy? Because all the questions are completely conceptual. No factual thing has been asked. If you know the things, it will take hardly, 20-30 seconds to answer the question. Like in this question, you're not supposed to do any calculation or anything. You're not supposed to mug up the thing. As soon as you'll see the question, amber box, you just need to mark A. WTO is the answer. So questions are not tough. But if you have not read it, then it will be impossible for you to answer. Unless until the 25% chance of probability to mark a right answer in your favor. Otherwise, 75% chance there that you will mark a wrong answer. Questions are easy. It's just that you need to know the concept. Because I think in this question, maximum 15 seconds will take time to answer it. Maximum. And when those people who are being knowing economics, as soon as they will see the question Ember box, they will mark WTO instantly. We'll discuss about a WTO. I'll tell you what is Ember box subsidy, blue box subsidy, green box subsidy. We'll discuss this thing one by one. See one more question. Which of the following is not included in the capital budget of the government of India? Expenditure, loans, and again other thing. This thing we'll discuss in the fiscal policy. We'll discuss about the revenue account and capital account. So point is, question is not tough. It's very easy question. Like in the very first option, expenditure on acquisition of assets like roads, building machinery. Answer is yes. It's a right option. Loans received from foreign government. You can say again, it's a right answer. Loans and advances granted to states and union territories. This one is a wrong answer. Option is 1 and 2. So I'm not having this one, so there must be some typing error. Okay. So capital budget, very simple. Once you will study this thing. So I'll discuss each and every point. The point is you need to revise it. Whatever we are discussing on the day, let's suppose we're discussing GDP today, and whatever things we'll discuss, please do revise it today only, once you reach home. Do not leave it for tomorrow. Because I will give examples, I'll discuss things, I'll provide you things. If you'll revise it today only, you will be able to have this thing in your mind. But if you try to revise it tomorrow, certain things will disappear from your mind. Because economics is a subject that requires, analytical skills. I'm saying, is it not tough? I'll discuss things in such an easy way. How many of you from economics or commerce background? Just 5 people. But I can say, once we'll start discussing topic, you will be able to understand each and everything one by one. You just need to have a patience. Do not be like, "Arey sir, ये topic चला sir, वो तो आज मैंने newspaper पढ़ा वो बताइए." Have this in your mind. Write it somewhere. Once we'll discuss capital market, if I'll discuss this thing, it will be clear to you. If I will not discuss, you can ask me. Okay? Moreover, sometimes, whatever we are being studying or discussing is not asked by the UPSC in the prelims and mains, but it is being asked in your interview. This examination requires a kind of a complete attention, which has been going in and around you. Like, see the next question I'll show you. Consider the following statement regarding service tax in India. It is applied in entire India. It is applied on the food consumed in the restaurant or the total value. It is applied not on the food item delivered as home delivery. That question is there. Like every day, you people who are being living here on rent, they must be consuming food item from the various restaurants. Like certain people are having a good habit to, I won't say good or bad, whatever it is, to eat pizza, burger, so many things they have been having. Okay? So when you get a bill, in that bill you will have certain taxes that we hardly bother to see. Which taxes are being applied by the, the person who has been making it and what we are paying. We see the bill, okay, take it. We see the bill, okay, sign the check. You can say the credit card slip or the debit card slip. That we are doing. What happened this year? A person appeared for the UPSC interview. Okay. Now the question was like this. You had something in restaurant in the last few days? He was kind of, little bit, what kind of question they're asking? They repeat it again. You had something in the last few days in any restaurant? Yes, sir, I did. What you had? Sir, I had this. Okay, good. Okay, tell me, when you paid the bill, which all taxes you paid? in the bill? He said, sir, it was wet. Okay, it was service tax, then service charge. Okay, and moreover, we are having certain surcharge. That is a part of service tax only. Okay, they said, okay, fine. Tell me what is the respective percentage of these taxes that you paid. He said, sir, VAT is around 12.5%. And service tax was around 14%, and surcharge of 0.5 plus 0.5, Krishi Kalyan, and this one, a total is, like that time it was not, the Krishi Kalyan was not there, it was only Swachh Bharat. So he says a 0.5% of surcharge, and the service charge of 10%. So they said, is it service charge, is it tax? So he was like, no sir, it is not tax. Then what is the service charge? Kehta, sir, I think service charge is being provided by restaurant on the services that they're providing. Kehta, okay, then what is the service tax then? Kehta, sir, that tax is being levied by the government on the service provided by the restaurant. Kehta, what is the difference between these two? Kehta, sir, I'm confused. Kehta, okay, don't worry, I'll clarify. The board said, I'll clarify. Kehta, service charge is a amount levied by the restaurant. So if a service charge is being levied by any restaurant, that money will go to the waiters as a tip. So in that restaurant, you're not supposed to pay any tip. The service charge means charges of servicing that they're providing you inside the restaurant. And that belongs to whom? To the restaurant owner itself. They're not paying it to the government of India. It's a charge, it's not tax. But service tax has been levied by the government on the services which are being taxable under the Finance Act. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir. Generally, when something is being answered by the board, you're supposed to say, thank you, sir. So he said, sir, thank you. He was very happy. Now they said, okay. Tell me, suppose if you're having a total value of 1,000 rupees of food that you consume, what are the respective taxes you will have? He said, sir, if it is 1,000, then 125 rupees of VAT, 140 rupees of service tax, then 100 rupees of service charge, and then 50 paise of this surcharge. He said, are you sure? Yes, sir. Okay, suppose you consume certain alcohol in the restaurant, then what is the VAT? He said, I think it's 12.5% only. Okay, are you sure? Yes, sir. Now, see what blunder he did and what kind of ignorance we people are having when we are being spending. He said, this one is fine. Now, when it comes to applying service tax, it is not applied on the entire food bill. It is applied on the 40% of the total value of the bill. In restaurant, you're consuming something. What you're consuming? Food, drinks that you're consuming. Where is the service? It's a thing that you can touch and have. Service is what? Like I am providing you service and for that I am charging service tax on your fees. So suppose if you are paying 1 lakh rupees a fee, you're supposed to have 15,000 extra to our institute as a service tax. Okay, and we are taking 1,15,000 for this. But in restaurant, so you're not consuming anything. Are you consuming anything here? No. You're simply sitting and listening what we are saying. Yes or no? So we are providing you service. But in restaurant, you're consuming something. So in this case, when it comes to applying service tax, what the government is saying, in restaurant, you're consuming. But service is basically, when you're going there, you're sitting. You're getting AC, air conditioning over there. The waiters are coming to your table, they're serving water to you. They're offering you a lot of things. Getting my point or not? That is what? A service given by the restaurant. Air conditioning and the other thing. Okay? In this case, is it like that if you consume 1,000 rupees worth of food, so is it like that you have taken a service of 1,000 rupee? Answer is no. They said, we are providing a threshold. If you're consuming something in the restaurant, then it is being provided that the 40% of the total value of the bill is charged, provided as an amount on which the service tax should be levied. So thousands, 40% is how much? On this 400, apply 14%. It will be 56 rupees. Plus 0.5 rupees of 0.5% surcharge, it will be 50 paise. Okay? Yes or no? कितना हो जाएगा? 50 पैसे तो होगा या कम होगा, ज़्यादा होगा? 1000 का 0.5% कितना हुआ? आपका 5 रुपीज़ हो गया तो, ठीक है ना? तो 5 ये हो गया, ठीक है? नहीं यार, 5 नहीं होना चाहिए, 0.5 ही होगा ना? रुक जाओ यार, चलिए 5 रुपये हो गया आपका, ठीक है ना? तो 5 रुपये आपके एक सरचार्ज एंड द रिमेनिंग सर इज हाउ मच? दिस वन. ओके, सो व्हेन यू अप्लाई दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग, सो थिंग इज the amount should be 40%. Okay, so next time when you pay it, what you will pay? You will pay the restaurant bill. Do notice it that they will provide the service tax in this manner. Either they will provide 15%, and what they will do? They will calculate 400, 15% of that. That means 14% of service tax plus 0.5, 0.5. Okay, so it will be how much? 60. Either they will calculate in this way, or they will simply provide service tax at the rate 6%. 6% of 1000 is how much? 60. So the service tax is not applied on the entire food value bill. It is applied on the 40% value. Getting my point or not? And when it comes to providing service charge, you can say it's what? It's provided by the restaurant. So in case of this, your bill will be 1000, 125 rupees of VAT. VAT is what? State VAT, that is sales tax, plus 60 rupees worth of your service tax, plus if the service charge is being there, then you can say you need to pay 100 rupees of surcharge also, like 10%. That will be your total bill. If you consume this 1000 completely of drinks, alcohol, it will be 200. The VAT rate is 20% on that. It is not 12.5. Okay? Secondly, in case of India, the state of Jammu and Kashmir is not having service tax. In the other states, you are having it. So as for the first statement, entire India, it is wrong. Second statement, applied on the food consumed in the restaurant, the total value, again wrong. Third is applied not on the food item delivered on the home delivery, again it is wrong. It is being there. They are providing you food at your doorstep. It is a service provided by them. So they will include the service tax in that also. So when you pay the bill next time, and because of this thing only, he was not knowing. So what kind of answer, what kind of point was said by the board after the interview? If you're not being able to take care of your own money in a proper manner, if you're not knowing where you're spending your money in a proper manner, then how you're going to take care of the resources of the government or the economy? Sorry. They said this line and they said your interview is over. How much marks he got out of 275? He got only 95. So when you're doing anything in the society, if you're paying anything, you're supposed to see what is the rationale behind that, what is the point behind that, so that you will be able to prepare things in a proper manner, in a broader manner, and you can complete everything. Getting my point or not? That's why I said, keep your eyes and ears open. See what is going in the society. Read the syllabus properly. Have the clear picture about the topics that has been passed over syllabus, so that when you read newspaper, you will be able to answer things in a proper manner. Otherwise, I'm telling you, you won't be able to prepare for the examination in a proper manner. You won't be able to cover. You will prepare, but you will not prepare for UPSC. You are preparing for just sake of reading things, that's all. Okay? See the mains examination, the question. What were the reasons for the introduction of FRBM Act 2003? Critically discuss its salient features and their effectiveness. So see, in one question of 10 marks in 200 words, they're asking three things: reasons, features, and their effectiveness. So imagine such a big act, you need to answer in 200 words. So unless until you're not having the proper knowledge about their points, about their implementation, about their effectiveness, you won't be able to answer. If you think in terms of that I need to give introduction about the FRBM points and the other thing, then I'm sure you won't be able to answer the question. You need to be very much short and crisp when it comes to writing the answer. Just start targeting the answer from the very first line. Like in this question, you are supposed to do, okay, these were the major reasons behind the introduction. Just write 3 or 4 points. Important points only. Then after that, once you will provide this, okay, as per these things, why it was not effective, provide that point. And what is the current scenario that you also need to provide about the FRBM. Otherwise, your answer will be treated as incomplete. You get it? I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you reality, that how you need to approach for this examination. Otherwise, you will only study, as I said, you will only study, you'll only read things. You will not read which is relevant from the UPSC point of view. Like I'm saying syllabus. Okay, see this. Like first of all, this class planner. Like these are the topics, that will cover, as I told you. So respective time has been given, how much time it will take, and moreover, except this third topic, that is inflation, you will not get handout, otherwise you will get handout for each and every topic. Okay? Then with the syllabus, see this. Like this is the syllabus topic wise. Like the very first one, Indian heritage and culture, you're having 6 subtopics. History of world and society, you're having 9 subtopics. Geography of the world, okay, you're having around 5 topics. Then constitution, 6 topics. Governance and polity, 7 topics. Social justice, 4 topics. IR, 5 topics. Economic development, that is my subject. Maximum topic you will get 19 topic here in economics. Science and technology, 5. Environment and ecology, 2. Disaster management, 10 topics. Ethics, around 24 topics. And then you can say integrity and aptitude, around 6 topics are there. So total you need to do 13 topics, as I said. Okay? So you'll get this on a student platform, so that you will be able to now, in this case, what things that you need to keep in mind, or you need to see it properly. In fact, you need to see everything properly. Like this one, constitution, governance and polity, these require updations. Social justice, IR, economic development, okay, science and technology. These topics are there which requires updation. So do keep in mind while reading the newspaper these topics, and simply read it and leave whatever is not be part of syllabus. It will be easier for you. It will be easier for you to save times for the other thing. Getting my point or not? So things are not difficult. It's just that you need to plan properly and execute it. Okay? Any question you want to ask as of yet? Tell me. Now, my question. Can you tell me how many services are there in the Indian Civil Service Examination? How many services? 3. No, I'm saying how many services you can aspire for through this examination? 22. 22, 23. Yes. How many? Tell me, think. You are preparing for a examination and not even knowing how many services are there. See, this is your mains examination form. Like one of the candidate who appeared last year, I'm having the detailed application form of him with me. So it was in a mock interview. So that kind of form you need to fill up when you write for the mains examination. Like these are the services. 23 services you're having. In fact, it is 24. But he has not opted for one of the service. That is Pondicherry Police Services. So in total 24 services are there. So as you can see, IAS, IFS, IPS, Indian Postal and Telegraph, Account and Finance Services, Audit and Account Service, Revenue, Defense, Revenue, IT, Ordnance Factory Services, Postal Service, Civil Account, Railway Traffic, Railway Account, Railway Personnel, then Assistant Security Officer, then Defense Estate Service, Indian Information Service, Trade Services, Corporate Law Services, Armed Force Headquarters, DANIX, DANIPS, then PONDIPS, and you're having Civil Services. So these are the services that you can aspire for from this examination of UPSC. Out of these, only 2 are All India services, IAS and IPS. These are 2 All India services. Generally, people are giving preference in this manner only, 1, 2 and 3. Okay? You'll also get a choice of a cadre. Like you can give the cadre in this way, IAS or IPS, whatever your first preference, like in case of this person. The first preference is Jharkhand. So Jharkhand must be the hometown of this person. Okay? And the remaining, like as you can see, Haryana is the second one. Now, the largest cadre that you will get is the Agmut cadre. As you can see, the second one. Agmut is what? Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Mizoram, and all the Union territories. That is the largest cadre you're having. So if you opt for Agmut, you will be serving in Delhi, you're being serving in Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Mizoram, and all the UTs. It is one of the most, you can say, beautiful cadre, I would say. Because you're serving in Goa, one of the best state of India. Andaman and Nicobar, Delhi, Chandigarh, again one of the beautiful city in India. Then Daman and Diu, most polluted city. Then Dadra and Nagar Haveli, again polluted city. Okay, but Arunachal Pradesh is really beautiful. The weather is really nice. Air is very clean. Okay, so you enjoy your stint here. Mizoram is again a kind of a clean state. Okay. So that cadre is one of the most broadest cadre you will get. So in this cadre, you can say you will be part of Delhi for almost 15-20 years of your career. In the other state, like if you're taking Bihar as a cadre, so you'll be part of Bihar for half of your career, and more than half of your career you are in, central, in Delhi government, in the central government. Okay. So that is up to you, which cadre you want to choose. Normally what people are doing, they are preferring their home states as a first preference, because if you will not prefer your home state as a first preference, you will never get it. Never. So always give your home state as a first preference. Then after that, you are being having the other states, and try to provide the bigger states as your first preference, because under that you will have a more chance to grow. Those states which are being big and poor also. यूपी, आजकल साइकिल टूट गई है, देखा होगा आपने, ठीक है. यूपी है, लालटेन वाला है बिहार, ठीक है. देन झारखंड इज ऑल्सो फाइन, लाइक एमपी कमल, राजस्थान. Okay, these are the categories which are being kind of really big in case of Hindi speaking belt, so that you can give us your preference. Now when it comes to writing this thing, people are being giving so many things, like they are being scared of writing their hobbies and all. बड़े डरते हैं बेचारे. Hobbies क्या भरूं? तो hobbies में देखिए कुछ भी भर देते हैं. Represented school in junior badminton match at cluster level, sports meets 2004. School captain, that you will get in each and every form. School captain every time. General secretary 2009-10, joint secretary, then minor mineral engineering society, like have worked with NGOs like Kartavya, Pratigya, cooperative societies of Dhanbad, participated in workshop at International Leadership Academy, Germany. Then hobbies, reading, watching documentary, trying to write a book on Jharkhand. Very good. देखिए कई बार आप सोचते हैं ना, ये सब लिखते हैं ना, तो बड़े क्या लिखूं, ये तो नहीं पूछ लेगा, वो तो नहीं पूछ लेगा. आप खूब सोचेंगे, खूब क्वेश्चंस बनाएंगे. जब इंटरव्यू देने जाएंगे तो एक भी क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेगा आपसे. आप कहेंगे यार इतना प्रिपेयर किया. जो चीज़ छोड़ के जाएंगे पता नहीं कैसे उन पता लग जाता उन लोगों को, वही पूछते हैं कि भाई ये पूछा कैसे, ये तो मैंने छोड़ा था, इसे कैसे पता लग गया. क्योंकि बहुत स्मार्ट लोग होते हैं वो, पांचों के पांचों आपका इंटरव्यू लेते हैं. आएंगे, आप बैठेंगे. कुछ बोर्ड वाले तो इतने मतलब दुष्ट होते हैं कि वो पहले ही मिनट से आपको एकदम ही प्रेशराइज करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं. यू नॉट रीड दिस, हाउ, व्हाट इज दिस, यू नॉट नोइंग दिस, ओ वेरी बैड. सो विल फील डिस्करेज. अरे यार ये क्या कह रहा है यार, ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा. एक तो वैसे इतना प्रेशर होता है माइंड के ऊपर, और दूसरा वो इस तरह से आपको बेचारे डराते हैं कई बार. तो ध्यान रखिए, अगर आपका इंटरव्यू स्ट्रेसफुल हो रहा है ना, तो आपका इंटरव्यू अच्छा जा रहा है, और आपका इंटरव्यू बहुत ही ईजी वे में चल रहा है. देर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन, ओके व्हाट इज योर नेम, दिस इज माई नेम. ओके व्हाट इज योर होम टाउन, सो दिस इज माई होम टाउन. देर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन लाइक दिस सम टाइम. ओके यू इन योर कॉलेज यू डिड दिस, ओके टेल मी अबाउट दिस. आपने बताया हाँ सर, वो सुन रहे हैं आपके आंसर, हाँ हाँ ठीक है. ओके टेल मी डू यू नो दिस, यस सर टेल मी. बताया, पूछते रहे क्वेश्चन, नॉर्मली आपसे पूछे जा रहे हैं, आप बताए जा रहे हैं. ओके योर इंटरव्यू इज ओवर, थैंक यू. समझ जाइए 50% से कम आने हैं इंटरव्यू में. पर इफ दे आर टेकिंग इंटरेस्ट इन योर इंटरव्यू एंड दे आर आस्किंग स्ट्रेसफुल क्वेश्चन एंड ट्राइंग टू मेक यू स्ट्रेस्ड, देन इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ ए पॉजिटिव इंडिकेशन कि हाँ यार इसमें मुझे कुछ तो दिख रहा है, तभी मुझे परेशान कर रहा है ये. इमेजिन कीजिए, लड़के रोड पे चलते हैं, बहुत सारी लड़कियां चलती हैं, सबको नहीं देखते, किसी स्पेसिफिक को देखेंगे, ये अच्छी है. ऐसा होता नहीं होता है, लड़कियों के साथ भी होता है, हर किसी के साथ होता है. क्यों देखा, कुछ डिफरेंट था. पूरे दिन इंटरव्यू ले रहे हैं, पूरे दिन. You are taking 12 interviews in a day. Not 12 around, yeah, 12 interviews you are taking in a day. In 12 interviews, you keep on asking question. Sir, हमारे लिए it's a part, matter of our career. For them it's a duty. पूछते रहते हैं. फिर किसी ने कुछ डिफरेंट सा बोल देना एकदम से, अच्छा ये बात है, अच्छा सुन. Now they will, wake up and they will ask question. Okay, tell me this. What do you think about this? Now if you feel in this way, तो समझ जाइए हाँ अच्छा हो रहा है. स्ट्रेसफुल हो रहा है तो हाँ इंटरेस्ट ले रहा है मेरे अंदर ये. कई लोग के इंटरव्यू 50 मिनट तक चलते हैं, 50 मिनट्स. उसके बाद जब मार्क्स आते हैं तो 50% में नहीं आ रहे. अरे यार कैसे हो गया, अरे यार तुमने कुछ अच्छा इंटरव्यू में आंसर ही नहीं दिया. यू आर जस्ट गिविंग द नॉर्मल आंसर्स इन द इंटरव्यू. यू आर सपोज टू परफॉर्म वेल, not in every question, in just 1 or 2 questions. Give good answer. So many hobbies. In one of the interview, One person wrote an hobby. Gardening. अच्छा, इंटरव्यू चल रहा था, एक मैडम थी जो इंटरव्यू बोर्ड की चेयरमैन थी. They said, okay, your hobby is gardening. When you enter the UPSC building, it's a beautiful building made by the Britishers earlier. Imperial Public Service Commission, if you remember. If you go inside, you will find a lot of good gardens, big flowers, trees, and so many things you will get inside. Okay, gardening? Okay, let's go outside. She took that guy outside the room and said, okay, tell me about the gardening. How you do this? How you do that? And he was blank. From the room, from that garden itself, the lady says, your interview is over, thank you. And he scored very less marks, very less marks. One of the person wrote an hobby, bird watching. चिड़िया देखना पसंद है भाई. क्या देखते हो चिड़िया में? कहाँ कहाँ जाते हो चिड़िया में? That was seriously one hobby wrote by one UPSC aspirant. Bird watching. कहते बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग हॉबी यार बर्ड वॉचिंग की तो. एंड दैट पर्सन वॉज कंप्लीटली प्रिपेयर्ड अबाउट बर्ड्स. कौन कौन सी बर्ड इंडिया में आती हैं, किस किस सीजन में आती हैं, कौन कौन से नेशनल पार्क में आती हैं, क्या क्या सीजन होता है, कौन सी कंट्री से आती हैं, द नेम ऑफ द बर्ड, टेक्निकल थिंग अबाउट द बर्ड, ये वो ग्रुप में क्यों उड़ती हैं, डिज़ाइन बना के क्यों उड़ती हैं, सब कुछ तैयार करके आया था. अब देखिए, if I see this kind of hobby, then I'm not knowing about it. But what I'll do if I'm taking interview, I'll open Google. अच्छा, बर्ड देखता है, ठहर जा, अभी बर्ड्स देखता हूँ मैं भी गूगल पे. You're not knowing that what they are doing in the laptop. They're having laptop in front of them. अच्छा, बर्ड वॉचिंग, सर्च करा bird watching. Then you'll get the name. Then you'll migratory birds in India. You'll get the name of this. उन्होंने सर्च करना स्टार्ट किया, they started putting question to that particular person. Okay, tell me about this, tell me about that. And he was prepared on everything. He answered each and every question about the bird watching. He got 75% marks in the interview. Such a huge marks. So if you're bluffing in your deaf, you'll be caught. वो पांचों लोग बड़े समझदार होते हैं, 50-50, 60-60 साल के रिटायर्ड आदमी. तो आप उनसे स्मार्ट तो हो नहीं सकते हैं सर, कहीं ना कहीं तो पकड़ ही लेगा आपको वो. अच्छा, as soon as start bluffing, okay, they'll get to know about this thing. Like in one of my interview when I was giving in UPSC, there is certain questions and I was very comfortable when it comes to answering economics, polity, social issues and the other thing. They said a question, I said this. Okay, this question, this. I said, and I was very fast in terms of giving answers. And as soon as you know the way you deliver the things, the person will get to know that you are being very comfortable in this particular question. So as soon as I start answering, they said, okay, we got it. They were stopping in middle for each and every answer that I was giving. And then the question came on foreign policies. And I was not very good in foreign policy that time. I said, and they were asking about in Nepal, Bhutan, the neighboring countries. And I was kind of very slow in terms of giving answers. So I gave answers, they said, yes, it's fine. So they actually listened to me when I was giving answer because I was thinking and I was providing the answer. But when the question was about economics, they said, okay, tell me about the GDP of India, structure of India's GDP. I said, this is the structure of GDP of India. I said, I did masters in economics from Delhi school, so I know things. I can tell. But when it comes to providing things about the science, I was kind of zero. भैया साइंस पता नहीं यार, खाना खाते तो हैं, पता नहीं बाहर कैसे आता है, खा जाते हैं बस. Who know the entire process of this digestion and the other? If you start asking questions regarding this, I won't be able to answer it obviously. I'm not good in biology at all. I'm fine in biology, but I'm not good in biology at all. So thing is, if you're being comfortable, do not be like, that was a mistake I did in the first interview. I got only 50% marks. I was very fast in terms of giving answers. So as soon as my interview was over, I asked one of the faculty, like one of my mentor, you would say, there is one magazine called CST, Civil Service Times. It's a very good magazine to refer two things, economics and IR. The best magazine you will get in the market to cover these two things in very short and crisp. Like I think around 15-20 pages of every month magazine of the CST is really good. You can refer that. Okay? Because the articles are genuine. It's not cut, copy, paste. So I asked my mentor, Vivek sir, the owner of this magazine name is Vivek S. Raj. So I called him up and I said, sir, this is my interview, this kind of things I answered. They said, Pratik, why are you so hurry in terms of giving us? मैंने कहा सर मुझे आता था, मैं बोलता था फटाफट. कहते next time, this time you will get 50% something. Next time when you appear for the interview, वैसे तो भगवान ने करे तो मैं अगले इंटरव्यू जाना पड़े. Next time when you appear, think an answer. Take a pause of 1 or 2 seconds, then give answer. It's not like कि GDP अच्छा सर अभी बताता हूँ, ठहर जाओ. Do not be like this. Take a pause and give answer. So the person will think that you're thinking and answering the question. And in the second interview, it was so stressful कि भैया पसीने छुटवा दिए पूरे के पूरे. As soon as I was, standing at the door, अंदर आओ फटाफट बैठो. मैंने कहा पता नहीं किस जल्दी में आ रही है. As soon as I knock the door, जल्दी आओ बैठो बैठो. पता नहीं भाई क्या नाम है तुम्हारा. हिंदी में चालू हो गए. मैंने सर ये नाम है. अच्छा क्या करते हो. मैं क्या कहूँ इससे यार, क्या करता हूँ. यूपीएससी की तैयारी करता हूँ और क्या करता हूँ. कॉलेज के बाद यहीं झक मार रहे हैं और क्या है. कुछ तो पूछा उन्होंने. उसके बाद एंटायर इंटरव्यू वाज कंप्लीटली फैक्चुअल. इंडिया का जीडीपी इन नंबर्स एग्जैक्ट 2012-13. मैंने कहा एग्जैक्टली 2.1 ट्रिलियन के समथिंग है. नॉट समथिंग, एग्जैक्ट नंबर इन रुपी. मैंने कहा जिंदगी में नहीं देखा यार रुपी में जीडीपी. मैंने आज तक हमेशा डॉलर्स में ही आता है, जबकि हम प्रोवाइड करते हैं जीडी रुपी में. सर सॉरी, ओके, नो आइडिया अबाउट द इंडियाज जीडीपी. ओह सॉरी, नो प्रॉब्लम. टेल मी अबाउट द जीडीपी ऑफ नेपाल. मैंने कहा इंडिया का पता नहीं है, नेपाल का बताऊँ वैसे. मैंने कहा सर सॉरी ये भी नहीं पता. ओके, टेल मी अबाउट द जीडीपी ऑफ बांग्लादेश. मैंने कहा भाई ये पीछे पड़ गया ये तो. बांग्लादेश, इंडिया, नेपाल, ये वो. मैंने सर नहीं पता. ओके, टेल मी अबाउट द जीडीपी ऑफ पाकिस्तान. मैंने कहा अब चुप होगा, कुछ नया क्वेश्चन लेके आएंगे. बट ही वाज कीप ऑन आस्किंग क्वेश्चन अबाउट द जीडीपी ऑफ द वेरियस कंट्री. मैं सर ओके. वन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन आफ्टर दिस, यू प्ले क्रिकेट. आई वॉज हैप्पी. जैसे क्रिकेट के बारे में पूछा, मैंने कहा सर आई वॉज कैप्टन ऑफ माई कॉलेज क्रिकेट टीम इन माई कॉलेज. आई प्लेड लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेट. यू वॉच आईपीएल. जब आईपीएल शुरू हुआ था, जब 4-5 साल पहले बात. मैंने कहा सर. ओके, टेल मी व्हाट इज द बजट ऑफ आईपीएल. मैंने कहा यार हद ही हो गई अब तो बिल्कुल ही. ऑलमोस्ट 7 क्वेश्चन वन बाय वन. आई वाज सेइंग सॉरी सर आई डोंट नो. ठीक है भाई. फिर वेट कर रहा. मैंने कहा अब तो कुछ आएगा, ढंग का पूछेगा. देन ओके, I'll tell you the GDP of India in number, rupees में this. मैंने कहा थैंक यू सर. ओके, do you know how much expenditure is being made by government of India in total? मैंने एक और factual. How much expenditure is being made by government of India in total? मैंने सॉरी सर आई डोंट नो दिस. मैंने कहा भैया इंटरव्यू की तो बैंड बज गई यार अच्छे से. But you're not supposed to be scared if they're asking a factual question, because in interview 2 types of questions are there, factual and opinion based. Your knowledge has already been tested in terms of facts and other thing in your prelims and mains. In interview, they're trying to stress you by asking these kind of questions. So I was waiting that they will ask me certain opinion-based question, because in factual question you can say, sir, I don't know, I'm not able to recall, sir, sorry sir, sir, I know it but I forgot. अलग अलग स्टेटमेंट चेंज करते रहिए. हर बार आई डोंट नो करते रहेंगे तो लगेगा यार क्या हो रहा है, मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं आता है. तो थोड़ा सा चेंज होना चाहिए ना, जब मना करे तो. होता नहीं होता है. Then I was waiting. Then the lady member was there. She was from South India. She raised a question. Pratik, you look nervous. मैंने yes ma'am, I'm nervous. मैं क्यों मना करूं जब मैं नर्वस हूं तो भैया मेरी शक्ल से पता लग रहा है. मैं yes ma'am, I'm nervous. Okay, calm down. मैं कौन सा उठ के भाग रहा हूं यहाँ से भाई. मतलब मन में ऐसे ऐसे भाव, जब when you're spontaneous in terms of giving answers, you know, मेरी आदत है, मेरे से कोई कुछ भी कहता है मैं बहुत spontaneously एकदम बोलता हूँ, और मेरे आंसर्स ऐसे होते हैं मैं चुप कराता हूँ फटाफट सामने वाले, अच्छा रुक जा। तो जो होता है ना वन लाइनर, वो बड़े मजा आता है मारने में। तो कॉलेज में भी खूब, जब कॉलेज में टूर करते थे, जब जाते थे फंड इकट्ठा करने, तो खूब काम किया अच्छे से, कॉलेज लाइफ खूब एंजॉय करी। ओके, डू नॉट चाइल्ड लेबर? मैंने कहा अब क्वेश्चन है सोशल इश्यूज के। मैं यस मैम। ओके, व्हाट डू यू थिंक व्हाई वी आर हैविंग सो मच ऑफ प्रॉब्लम ऑफ चाइल्ड लेबर इन इंडिया? मैंने बताया, मैंने मैम ये दीज आर द इश्यूज। सो द टू टाइप्स ऑफ, टू वेज टू आंसर क्वेश्चन इन इंटरव्यू। लाइक शी सेड चाइल्ड लेबर, ma'am, implementation is not there of policies, population, this and that. So one way you will start getting, you know, providing points one by one. Okay, these are the point. So I provided the answer. She was not satisfied because it's a kind of a general answer. And that has been given by each and every candidate. Second question. Pratik, what do you think about the empowerment of women in this country? Can we empower them? Now, as soon as she said about women, मैंने कहा अब तो भैया अच्छे से आंसर करेंगे उसको। सो आई टेक अ पॉज ऑफ 2-3 seconds एंड आई सेड, मैंने कहा मैम, द प्रॉब्लम फेस्ड बाय द वुमेन्स इन इंडिया इज नॉट सेम ऑल ओवर द कंट्री, इट इज बीन डिफरेंट, एंड टू एम्पावर द वुमेन ऑफ इंडिया वी नीड टू टेक टारगेट स्पेसिफिक अप्रोच। जैसे व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय द टारगेट स्पेसिफिक अप्रोच? मैम टेक एन एग्जाम्पल। मैंने there's one lady in one of the village in Rajasthan. She's been doing work since morning till evening. As the sun rises, the day starts. And the sun set, the day ends. They're having no electricity, no water, everything at their disposal. They're living in villages. The people said that the woman can be empowered through education. मैंने कहा, ma'am, I agree to that. But point is, suppose there's a one lady in Rajasthan. She's been wasting, like, ma'am, I'm giving this example because I felt that. Like 4 months back, I went to one village in Jaisalmer. What I found there, that the ladies who were living in this village, they were wasting around 3 to 4 hours daily. Just, traveling from their house to the well. And then again back to their place. Because the well was around 4-5 kilometers away from the residence. So 2 hours, 1 hour of going, then taking water in the very long queue, then again coming back, and then simply. So it was waste. It's just a kind of a complete wastage of time. Ma'am, if you go to this village and if you ask the woman to come and go school, she will never go. Because she's not having time to go school. She's not having time to read things. So what you need to do in this particular village, provide water first of all, so that you will be able to save certain time. When you save time, then if you ask that lady to go to school, she will go. And when you read, she'll start. You can say the empowerment process will be started. I am not that she will be empowered immediately. Now the process of empowerment will be started. कहते that is fine, the exam. कहते I know that your roots are from Rajasthan. मैंने ऐसे कैसे पता लगा मैं राजस्थान से belong करता हूँ? Because I am मारवाड़ी, और मारवाड़ी आपको मिलेंगे गुजरात से या राजस्थान से। दो आई एम born and brought up in चांदनी चौक, दिल्ली से, बट दे नो द रूट। कहते हैं वी नो दैट राजस्थान, गिव मी सर्टन अदर एग्जाम्पल्स। मैंने ओके मैम, टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ हरियाणा। मैंने मैम, एज पर माई ओपिनियन, एलिमिनेट खाप पंचायत फ्रॉम द बॉटम, फ्रॉम द रूट, एलिमिनेट देम, इट विल गिव मोर फ्रीडम टू वुमेन, they will be empowered. That is the first step that you need to do in Haryana. I said this thing. And by way of this answer, they saw that this person is been noting things which is being happening in the society. He's applying his mind. He's thinking about the things which are happening in the society. And I got good marks that year. But what happened? In essay, I got one of the lowest that year. So when it comes to selection, I would say 70% is your hard work and 30% is your luck. That year, I was in the opinion that I wrote the best essay in the last 3 attempts. But that year, I got only 60 out of 200 in essay. जबकि मुझे क्या लग रहा था, सबसे बढ़िया essay लिखा है, इस बार तो essay में 125 से ऊपर आएंगे यार। 60 है, कॉल रह गई इंटरव्यू की। सॉरी, फाइनल सिलेक्शन नहीं हुआ. सो दैट हैपन्स. इन सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट इट वॉज लाइक कि यार एक पेपर बहुत बुरा हुआ था, उसमें मार्क्स बहुत अच्छे आ गए. सो इट हैपन्स इन यूपीएससी एंड यू शुड बी रेडी फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. तो अगर आप भगवान में बिलीव ज़्यादा करते हैं या मंत्र वंत्र में बिलीव करते हैं तो पत्री वत्री दिखा लीजिए, वो हो सकता है हेल्प कर जाए. क्योंकि ऐसा हुआ, अंधविश्वास नहीं फैला रहा हूं, बाबा निर्मल नहीं हूं मैं. हमारे एक मित्र हैं, जब हम कॉलेज हमने खत्म किया था ना, हम वी वर अराउंड 13 people in group who passed from Delhi School of Economics, सेंट स्टीफेंस कॉलेज, श्री राम कॉलेज ऑफ कॉमर्स. जो हमारा एक ग्रुप था, 13 लोगों को भूत था आईएएस बनेंगे, आईपीएस बनेंगे, चल बेटा प्रिपेयर करते हैं. सब ने अपनी अपनी कैंपस प्लेसमेंट छोड़ी. आर यू कॉल कंफर्टेबल इन हिंदी? एनीवन हु इज नॉट गुड इन हिंदी? यस. कि चल यार तैयारी करते हैं. अपनी अपनी कैंपस प्लेसमेंट, 8 लाख की जॉब, 6 लाख की जॉब, 7-7 लाख की जॉब सब छोड़ दी. आईएएस बनेंगे, देश का भला करेंगे. चल भैया निकल पड़े, तैयारी करनी शुरू करी. आज हमारे 13 लोगों के ग्रुप में से लाइक वी आर ग्रुप लाइक लास्ट अटेम्प्ट दैट आई गिव, मेरे पे अभी भी अटेम्प्ट्स हैं, आई कैन गिव, बट आई एम बीइंग डन विद यूपीएससी. अब मन नहीं करता पढ़ने का, बहुत पढ़ लिया. आउट ऑफ आर 13 people in group, 11 in our service currently. We are having a rank of 5, 6, 73, 93, 176, 183, this kind of rank. So we are having almost 4 IAS, 4 IPS, and the remaining 3 in the allied services. One is the youngest IRS commissioner, income tax, in our group. He cleared the exam at the age of only 22 years. Very first attempt he cleared. So, कर लिया, पढ़ लिया, सब कुछ हो गया. चल भैया तैयारी कर ली, अब खत्म हो गया. पॉइंट क्या है देखिए, when you prepare for this examination and you appear for the interview, sometime what you think is being really good, you'll get very worst. And sometime which you think is being really bad, you'll get very good. जो हमारे यंगेस्ट कमिश्नर साहब हैं इनकम टैक्स के, उनका पहला अटेम्प्ट दूसरा दिए ही नहीं उन्होंने. मारवाड़ी है वो भी. कहता है यार इनकम टैक्स देख, कह रहा पैसा देखते ना आँख खुल जाती है. कह रहा मेरे लिए बेस्ट जॉब है यार इनकम टैक्स की, इससे बढ़िया जॉब मेरे लिए नहीं हो सकती. मैं ठीक है भैया मत दे अटेम्प्ट, तेरी मर्जी, छुट्टी कर, क्यों बेकार में 1 साल और पढ़ेगा बैठ के. एंड इज डूइंग रियली गुड. अपनी सीनियर से शादी करी उसने. उसका इंटरव्यू था, he was only 21 and a half, 22 years something when he appeared for the interview. And his interview, was lasted for only 12 minutes. 12 मिनट इंटरव्यू चला उसका. He was kind of 5'2", small height, छोटा सा, दाढ़ी मूछे भी ढंग से नहीं आई थी तब तक उसके. So he wore formal clothes first time in his life on the day of interview. उससे पहले कभी फॉर्मल पैंट शर्ट पहनी नहीं थी उसने, टी शर्ट जीन्स यही पहनता था. एंड ही वॉज वेरी एक्साइटेड अबाउट द इंटरव्यू. अरे यार फॉर्मल्स पहन के इंटरव्यू देने जाऊंगा आज. एंड सोचिए पहला इंटरव्यू भी यूपीएससी का. गया इंटरव्यू देने. जब रूम में गया तो बोर्ड की चेयरमैन थी, देख रही. बैठिए. बिठाया उसे, बैठा वो. व्हाट इज द नेम? मैम माई नेम दिस. ओके. उसकी डिटेल एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म देखती रही 1 मिनट. कहती है ओके यू डिड सर्टेन जॉब्स इन योर कॉलेज टाइम? यस मैम आई डिड इंटर्नशिप अंडर ए CA, कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड से था वो भी. सेड ओके ओके व्हाट वाज योर वर्क? मैम आई डिड दिस डिड दैट. ओके ऑप्शनल इज हिस्ट्री एंड कॉमर्स. यस मैम. ओके टेल मी व्हेन द थर्ड बैटल ऑफ पानीपत हैपेंड? He said, ma'am, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was in 1764 or 6061 something. Tell me the exact date. Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to recall. Okay, ठीक है, छोड़ो. Tell me about the 4 Anglo-Mysore War. Sorry, ma'am, not able to recall. जबकि हिस्ट्री ऑप्शनल है बंदे का. पर भैया ये याद नहीं आ रहा कि. फिर उसके बाद सेकंड में कहते ओके नो क्वेश्चन थैंक यू. फिर सेकंड मेंबर She smiled. The second member, also lady, she smiled and said, "No questions, please." छोड़ दिया. Third member, some question about the current affairs, 2-3 question. Okay, fine. Fourth member smiled, "No questions, please." Fifth member, "No questions, please." कह रहा मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा मेरी शक्ल पे क्या मैं गधा लिखा हुआ है कि जो पूछ ही नहीं रहे मेरे से कुछ भी है. कह रहे यार उसने बाद 5 जब खत्म हो गया फिर उसके बाद लेडी मेंबर ने एक क्वेश्चन और पूछा जो चेयरमैन थी बोर्ड की. कहते ओके थैंक यू वेरी मच योर इंटरव्यू ओवर. घर आया, वो महाराष्ट्र का है, मुंबई का है. घर आया, घर आके बोलता है, कहता है यार इंटरव्यू बिगड़ गया यार. मैंने क्या हुआ? कहता है 12 मिनट इंटरव्यू लिया, 3 तो स्माइल करके चले गए और 2 ने तो कुछ पूछा ही नहीं. बैटल ऑफ पानीपत ये वो पूछते रहे, कुछ पूछा ही नहीं यार. मैंने अच्छा यार ड्रिंक देख. मैंने कहा भैया पी ले. आई एम हैविंग ए वेरी गुड कलेक्शन यू नो विद मी बिकॉज मेरा फॉरेन जाना आना रहता है. मेरे पूरी फैमिली बाहर रहती है इंडिया से, तो जाता हूँ एयरपोर्ट से लेके आता हूँ, घर में सजा लेता हूँ. मैं रखा है भैया पी ले जो पीना है तुझे. आधी बॉटल पी गया बैठे बैठे. लाउड म्यूजिक चला के बैठे हैं, बड़े परेशान हैं. मैंने कहा देख भाई, ईदर यू विल स्कोर वेरी गुड और विल स्कोर वेरी लो इन द इंटरव्यू. And you know that year he scored the maximum marks in interview. He got 239 out of 300. Why? He was young. He was attempting, he was facing interview in the just first attempt. बहुत भोला सा. So when you appear for the interview in the very first attempt, if you're being young, 23, 24 years, I'm not saying you're going to get extraordinary marks, but you'll get an edge over the other candidate who are being appeared for the third and fourth attempt. You'll get 10-15 marks extra. If you're performing average, I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying कि if you've been preparing for UPSC, give your best in the very first attempt. Prepare harder. Appear for the interview. You'll get some sort of benefit in the interview. For sure, you'll get. Okay? सो इंटरव्यू देने जाए अपना आराम से, छोटे छोटे बाल करा के हीरो हीरो बन के मत जाए उस दिन, क्योंकि छोटे बाल कराएंगे तो छोटे लगते हैं थोड़े से. ठीक है, प्रॉपर क्लीन शेव वगैरह वो तो नॉर्मल चीज़ें सबको पता ही है. सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग व्हेन यू प्रिपेयर इट, प्रिपेयर हार्डर इन द वेरी फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, देखिए पहली क्लास में नॉर्मली आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस. सेकेंड क्लास से आपका पूरा कोर ही चलेगा जो हमें डिस्कस करना है. बिकॉज you know, when you prepare for UPSC, the preparation is kind of very much lengthy. If you prepare 1 year harder and the 1 year of examination process will clear, imagine if you're not being able to clear the prelims in the very first attempt, your result is being out in just, you know, next year you're having exam in the June. So July you will have the interview, or August you will have the result of the prelims examination. Suppose if you're not being able to clear the prelims and the month of August is there, imagine you have to wait for 10 more months for the next prelims. It will be very difficult to pass time. 10 महीने सोचे कैसे बिताएंगे आप लोग. But if you prepare in a good manner, if you clear the prelims, if you appear for the mains, just appearing for the mains, then you still have something to study. You'll wait for the interview call. If you're not being able to clear mains, then you're only having 3-4 months to prepare. It will not be very, very harder to spend that time. But if you will fail in prelims, it will be difficult for you to pass time. Because first stage is the stage of elimination. I am saying the first stage is elimination because there is no luck in the first stage. You just need to dark the ovals. It's not subjective. If you're marking right oval, the answer will be correct. If you're marking the wrong oval, the answer will be incorrect. So in prelims, it is in your hand to clear or not to clear. In mains, both things, hard work and luck. Because sometimes what happens, as I said, that you're doing really well in certain people. Like I'll give you example of the second person who is not able to clear in our group. He appeared for the interview 2 times again. In the 4th attempt, when he was appearing, he was having public administration as an optional. In the 3rd attempt, he appeared for the interview. He scored out of 600 in the mains of public administration, he got around 350 plus. Got a lot of marks in the interview, in the mains paper. In the 4th attempt when he appeared, in the second paper, how much marks he got? only 24 out of 300 and he missed the interview call. हमें आज तक नहीं पता उसके सेकंड पेपर में 24 नंबर आए कैसे. Despite that he is being so good in public administration. He scored 350 plus. He was getting 150 plus in the paper 2 in the third attempt. But fourth attempt में 24 कैसे है नहीं पता. You have no way to get to know कि reevaluate कराया जाए, कॉपी ओपन करवाई जाए, कुछ नहीं मिलता. Whatever is being given by UPSC, you have to say thank you sir जो दिया आपने. You have nothing. कॉलेज में तो फिर भी रिवैल्यूएशन वगैरह होता है, वहाँ पे कोई रिवैल्यूएशन नहीं होता है. आप RTI डालेंगे, एप्लीकेशन लिखेंगे, रिप्लाई जरूर मिलेगा, बट कुछ होगा नहीं उस पर. सो बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दिस थिंग. अब देखिए, जो मैं आपको अपने ग्रुप में बंदे की बात बता रहा था कि जो भाई साहब अपीयर हुए, उसकी शुरू से आदत थी हमारे कॉलेज में अलग अलग कॉलम्स लिखने की न्यूज़पेपर के अंदर. काफ़ी अच्छी राइटिंग स्किल्स थी उसकी. मतलब हमें यह था कि इफ विल अपीयर फॉर द मेन, ही विल क्लियर द मेन्स फॉर श्योर, नो प्रॉब्लम विल हैपन. पर उससे प्रीलिम्स क्लियर नहीं होता था. कहता है यार गोले देख के ना खुद गोला हो जाता हूँ मैं, पता नहीं यार क्या दिक्कत होती है. 2 अटेम्प्ट दिए, 2 नंबर प्रीलिम्स में क्लियर नहीं हुआ. तो मैंने उससे बोला, मैंने एक काम कर यार, मुझे तो विश्वास है नहीं ज़्यादा इनमें. मेरे एक पंडित जी है जानने वाले बनारस के अंदर, मेरा एक दोस्त है, उसके जीजा जी हैं बनारस में, बहुत अच्छे पंडित हैं, अच्छी पत्री वत्री देखते हैं, उनको दिखा के आ पत्री अपनी. तो कहता है मैं नहीं जा रहा, बेकार की चीज़ें. तो एक बार उसके घर पे गए, आंटी से बोला मैंने, आंटी इसकी ना पत्री दिखाई है. कह रहा है यार तू मम्मी को भी यार हद कर दी तूने. मैंने कहा यार क्या पता कुछ फ़ायदा हो जाए. तो उसकी मम्मी को बताया, और आंटी को लगा नहीं मैं तो करवाऊंगी, अपने बच्चे की पत्री दिखाऊंगी. मम्मी लोग थोड़ी भावुक हो जाती हैं. गई उसकी मम्मी पत्री वत्री लेके बनारस, पंडित जी का पहुंचे. पंडित जी बोलते हैं, जजमान इनकी तो पत्री में सरकारी नौकरी का युग ही नहीं है. आंटी कह रहे ऐसे कैसे जी, अच्छा है मेरा लड़का पढ़ता है, ये है वो है. अब पंडित जी का पता ही है, उपाय बताइए. जो उपाय तो है, यज्ञ करना पड़ेगा, ये करना पड़ेगा, वो करना पड़ेगा. 2-3 पूजा वूजा बताई. कह रहे पंडित जी आप करिए, जो भी है करिए, मेरा लड़का बनना चाहिए IAS. ठीक है. आंटी ने फ़ोन किया, बेटा तू आजा बनारस, ट्रेन पकड़ के पूजा करवानी है तेरी. डेट वेट ले ली पूजा की. बेचारा बड़ा रोता रोता सा गया पूजा करवाने के लिए. वो एक होता है ना, वो शिव जी का वो तिलक करते हैं, अभिषेक, रुद्राभिषेक वगैरह. तो एक वो बोला, और भी कुछ 2-3 पूजा वूजा बोली, करवाई उसकी. भैया प्रीलिम्स का एग्जाम दिया, क्लियर हो गया. मेंस तो हमें पता था क्लियर कर लेगा ये बहुत बहुत आराम से. राइटिंग स्किल्स बहुत अच्छी थी उसकी. हाँ ले लेना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है सर. फीस वीस अच्छी चार्ज करते हैं. अमिताभ बच्चन के पिताजी थे ना, जब उनका देहांत हुआ था, उन्हीं का जो पूरे का पूरा दाह संस्कार उन्हीं पंडित जी ने करवाया था. तो हमारी फैमिली में जानने वाले लगते हैं वो. तो काफ़ी अच्छे पंडित, मतलब पत्री देखने 2100 रुपये लेते हैं कम से कम, वो कम से कम. तो भैया वो चला गया, प्रीलिम्स हुआ, मेंस हुआ, भाई साहब की रैंक आई 176 थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में, IPS बन गया. बताइए कहाँ पंडित जी कहते योग नहीं है सरकारी नौकरी का, कहाँ SP बना बैठा है वो. देखिए तो ऐसा होता है. तो इफ़ यू आर बीइंग बिलीविंग इन दिस थिंग, और अगर आपको कोई सजेस्ट करे तो करवा लीजिए वो, क्या पता हो जाए. वो कहते हैं ना बाबा रामदेव, करने से होगा, कब हो जाए क्या पता. कहते नहीं कहते बाबा जी. और एक तो हमारे बाबा सबसे मस्त है, निर्मल बाबा. समोसा खाया, इडली खाई, उस दुकान पे खाई, वहां से कृपा आएगी. मतलब ये लगता है कृपा रुकी कैसे वहां से आती हुई, इनको कैसे पता. पर एक बात है, बाबा जो निर्मल है, निर्मल जो बाबा है, उनका सारा बिजनेस 1 नंबर का है. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि जैसे 2 नंबर के बिजनेस होते हैं. If you want to be part of this samagam that is doing, you have to deposit I think 2500 rupees in the Axis Bank account. जमा कराएंगे, पर्ची मिलेगी बकायदा. टैक्स भरते हैं बाबा, टैक्स पेइंग बाबा. वैसे बाबा भी हमारे यहाँ बहुत कमाल कमाल के होते हैं. नहीं. फिर तो बढ़िया, वो मैसेंजर ऑफ गॉड है, उनकी तो बात ही अलग है भाई। एक बाबा है कुतुब इंस्टीट्यूशनल एरिया के अंदर, उनकी काफ़ी बड़ी मतलब 1,500-2,000 गज में पूरी कोठी है। सोचिए दिल्ली में एक एकड़ में कोठी होना बहुत बड़ी बात है जी। उनकी करीब 5 मंजिल का उनका घर है और 2 फ्लोर पे स्विमिंग पूल और ये वो सब बना हुआ है, खूब बढ़िया शानदार बाबा। भाई उन बाबा की कहानी एकदम डिफरेंट। जैसे ही उनके पास कोई भक्त जाता था ना, अच्छा बेटा, मतलब देखते, अच्छा तुम यहां से आए हो, तुम्हें ये प्रॉब्लम है, तुम्हें ये दिक्कत है, ये करना पड़ेगा। भैया जैसे तुमने प्रॉब्लम बताई एग्जैक्टली तो तुम सोच के आए थे, वो तो आदमी फ्लैट। भैया बाबा को कैसे पता कि मेरी ये प्रॉब्लम है? बाबा तो अंतर्यामी है, जक्का स्वामी निकला। अब देखिए बाबा की ट्रिक। ये बाबा का रूम है जहां पे आपको जाना है, और ये एंट्री है जहां पे सिक्योरिटी चेक है। यहां से जब आप एंट्री करेंगे तो यहां पे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड आपके सामान की तलाशी वलाशी लेंगे। यहां पे लगा एक हाई डेफिनेशन सीसीटीवी कैमरा जिसका कनेक्शन है बाबा के रूम में, और इस सीसीटीवी कैमरा में लगा है माइक जिसको अंदर बाबा सुन सकते हैं क्या बात हो रही है। तो जो गार्ड थे वो इस तरह से ट्रेन किए गए थे, वो जैसे आते थे, होता ना हमारे इंडिया में, जैसे अगर किसको बेटा क्यों परेशान है, वो अपनी पूरी कहानी बता देगा। हमारे यहाँ बहुत चलता है कि हम अपने दुख बताने के लिए तैयार रहते हैं। बहुत दुख है जी, बेटा पढ़ता नहीं है, गर्लफ्रेंड भाव नहीं देती, व्हाट्सएप पे रिप्लाई नहीं करती, ये सब बहुत दुख है आजकल लोगों को। तो जो बॉडी गार्ड है, जो यहाँ पे गार्ड हैं, वो चेकिंग करेंगे, पूछेंगे क्या वो भाई साहब बड़े परेशान लग रहे हैं, क्या दिक्कत है? अब भैया बाबा के पास जो है वो दुखी तो है ही। अच्छा ये दुखी है, अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है, कहाँ से आए हैं? यहाँ से आए। बाबा सुन रहे हैं, बाबा ने शक्ल देख ली, आपने अंदर एंटर किया, शांत बच्चा, उसको देखेंगे ध्यान से, तुम्हें ये प्रॉब्लम है। भैया उसने बोला वो फ्लैट, अरे बाबा को कैसे पता लग गया मेरी प्रॉब्लम है ये? बस अब बाबा के भक्त बन गए, चढ़ावा चढ़ावा आ गया और बाबा खूब बड़े इंसान बन गए। इस तरह से चलता है। तो अलग अलग बाबाओं की अलग अलग कहानी। वह सबसे बढ़िया तो अब देखिए हमारे बाबा रामदेव, 25,000 करोड़ का बिजनेस है उनका। नूडल बेचते हैं, जीन्स बेचते हैं, पता नहीं क्या क्या बेचते हैं यार। आई नहीं, बाबा रामदेव की जीन्स भी तो आई है, स्वदेशी जीन्स। मुझे लगा झंडा वंडा बना होगा उसके ऊपर, कुछ तो बनाएंगे। बैगी टाइप की होगी ना, मतलब ही इज बीइंग अगेंस्ट कि टाइट कपड़े नहीं पहनने चाहिए, उनका ये मानना है। तो ढीली ढाली जीन्स होगी। पहली बात तो बाबा जीन्स अडॉप्ट क्यों कर रहे हैं समझ में नहीं आया। जीन्स इज नॉट ए थिंग दैट वी इन्वेंटेड बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स। डेनिम जो क्लोथ होता है, ओके बट ठीक है, बिजनेस है आजकल। दंत कांति बहुत मशहूर टूथपेस्ट है आजकल, ठीक है, दंत कांति एडवांस्ड। सो पॉइंट इज इफ यू बिलीव इन समथिंग, बिलीव इट, डू इट, नो प्रॉब्लम। क्या पता बेनिफिट हो जाए, क्या पता आपकी प्रिपरेशन से हो रहा है, बट एक ये तो होता है कि चल हो गया यार, कंप्लीट हो गया, ठीक है। सो UPSC is about doing things in a proper manner. If you believe in something, do it. Moreover, one thing do follow. When you study for the UPSC, take your cell phone out that time when you're studying something. Do not bother about checking on your cell phone that what is message is coming, what kind of things have been coming on Facebook and the other. Because what happened, if you're reading something, in the middle of that, if you get a message on your phone, what you will do, you will stop here and you will start seeing the message. आपका link टूट जाएगा. I will not be able to make a proper link after that. And it may be possible that whatever you have read earlier, you will not be able to recall it again, and you have to read it again. It happens. So if you've been reading for 4 hours, I'm not saying that you're supposed to read for 17, 18 hours. It is not possible at all. It is not possible, I can say. कुछ लोग कहेंगे आपको यहाँ पे मिलेंगे, यहाँ पे जो पता ना IAS बाबा टाइप जो होते हैं, दे विल सेइंग मैं 12 घंटे पढ़ता हूँ, 15 घंटे पढ़ता हूँ. डू नॉट बॉदर अबाउट दिस. जस्ट रीड 5 hours, 6 hours मैक्सिमम डेली. इनफैक्ट जब इससे ज़्यादा पढ़ेंगे भी ना, व्हेन यू स्टडी मोर देन दैट, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिटेन थिंग्स इन योर माइंड बिकॉज यू विल फील बोर. Read 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, And whatever you're reading, be serious that time. Do not bother about the cell phones and the other things that is happening in the society or in the dunya. आपको मैं अगर आपको बताऊं, when I was studying in our group, when we were used to study, then लाइट चली जाती थी ना गर्मी में, हम परवाह नहीं करते थे कि गर्मी लग रही है, क्या लग रहा है, पढ़ रहे हैं तो पढ़ रहे हैं यार, टाइम है पढ़ने का इस टाइम. Do not bother about this thing. If you're studying, then study. We're having so many things by which, our attention has been diverted. Like this, cell phones, the biggest problem I would say, the cell phone. Class में when you're being studying, when you're being doing things, again, half of the attention will be on cell phone. अरे यार, मैसेज आने वाला था यार, कहाँ गया? आया नहीं अभी तक. मम्मी का मैसेज, पापा का मैसेज, दोस्त का मैसेज, पता नहीं किस किस का मैसेज. You'll keep on thinking about this thing. When you're studying it, when you're reading something, do not bother about cell phones. Do not bother about the Facebook. When you're reading it, read it properly. Because I'm telling you, just 1 year you have to do the hard core preparation. If you've been preparing it properly, then I would say next year when you appear for the exam, you're not supposed to do a lot of hard work. You just need to revise things one by one. It won't take a lot of time. Okay? Moreover, in UPSC, when you're preparing and you're becoming IAS officer, certain people think, what is the need of having this, this history, geography, and the other? Do remember the syllabus of the examination is being made specifically for the IAS only. When you become IAS, you need to head so many departments and the other thing. Okay? Like suppose you're being head in the archaeological department, you're heading the, let's suppose the agricultural ministry, defense ministry. So that's why you are being supposed to read everything. Defense, basic, agriculture, basic, soils, okay, everything. So when you become a DM, and when you're heading around 50 departments at one point of time, if you're having knowledge about each and everything, then you will be able to do things in a proper manner. So do not think that syllabus is being kind of unscientific. It's a very, very scientific syllabus is being made by the UPSC for the examination. Okay? Moreover, I know that in each and every class of UPSC preparation in IAS, the people are not knowing why they're preparing for the UPSC. What they will do once they will become the IAS officer. You getting my question or not? If I'll put a question in this way, why IAS? Then what is the answer? Why you want to become an IAS officer? Tell me. Anyone who want to become IPS? 1, 2. IRS income tax? Anyone? Income tax? 1, 2 people. Okay, 3. Remaining are IAS only first choice. Anyone IFS, foreign service? 3, 4 people again. Okay. Majority you can say IAS. Why IAS? What is the reason behind preparation for this examination? Because the process is not very enjoyable. It's just that you need to do it. Yes. Why IAS? कोई तो आंसर कीजिए, कोई तो बताना चाहिए वॉलंटरली. आपसे पूछ रहा हूं सर, आईएएस बनना चाहते हैं? क्यों? क्या मिलेगा आईएएस करके?
They have this, they don't know, they don't have the awareness about the whole world. What is their life is only going, उनकी life बहुत simple है सर, वो ज़्यादा जानते नहीं है मतलब.
Simple is good.
डेली का शेड्यूल ये है, वो उठो, खेत में जाओ, घर ले आओ, और बस.
आईएएस बन के क्या करेंगे उनके लिए?
उनके लिए मतलब एक तो सबसे पहले मतलब वो भाग के ले जाते लड़के,
भगा के ले आते हैं, पिशाच विवाह।
मतलब ये उनका रियल लाइफ बात
हिस्ट्री में पढ़ेंगे आप लोग, विवाह भी अलग अलग तरह के होते हैं। नहीं, पिशाच तो अलग होता है, गंधर्व तो अलग होता है। चलो ठीक है, भगा के ले गए, फिर
है। ये एक इशू है कि वहाँ
सर नाम क्या है ट्राइबल का? कुर्ग,
कोर्ग,
कोरगू, बड़ा अच्छा रीजन है यार।
और दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि जैसा वहाँ पर जो उनका फैमिली का क्या है, मतलब अवेयरनेस नहीं ज़्यादा बच्चों में, बस बच्चों को एक ही काम है, पढ़ते नहीं, वो लिटरेट नहीं है, बस बच्चों को सुबह में जाना है, घर पे आना है, अवेयरनेस कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब बाहर क्या चल रहा है।
तो आप IAS बन के क्या करेंगे उनके लिए?
उनके लिए सबसे पहले तो उनका जो एजुकेशन लेवल है, लिटरेसी लेवल, मतलब मैं MP का हूँ बेसिकली, बहुत सारे ट्राइब्स हैं हमारे MP में, फील्ड है, बॉन्ड है, तो सबसे पहले तो एक लिटरेसी लेवल है, मिनिमम लिटरेसी लेवल मेंटेन करना है उनके लिए,
तो सर वो तो आप एक एक स्कूल वैसे भी खोल के और उनको अवेयरनेस तो वैसे भी, और उसके लिए IAS बनने की क्या जरूरत है? IAS बन के पता है DM बनेंगे, कितने सारे डिपार्टमेंट होंगे जो आपको हेड करेंगे, टाइम भी नहीं मिलेगा इतना तो काम करने के लिए।
सर मतलब मैंने कॉलेज में पढ़ाया भी है, मैंने नासिक में जैसा डिप्लोमा कॉलेज जो होते हैं वहाँ पर मैंने पढ़ाया है, लेक्चर इंजीनियरिंग और मैकेनिकल, तो एजुकेशन पे मेरा ज़्यादा मतलब वो है कि
तो आप पढ़ाएंगे,
एजुकेशन
मतलब यू वांट टू एम्पावर देम थ्रू लिटरेसी।
मैंने ऐसा सोचा है कि एजुकेशन एक ऐसा मीडियम है जिसके थ्रू अपन डेवलपमेंट को बहुत जल्दी से ला सकते हैं। सोशलाइजेशन का जो एक बहुत बड़ा मीडियम है एजुकेशन, जो वैल्यूज होना चाहिए, आज जो इतना जो टेररिज्म है या बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो लोगों को पता
चलिए,
नहीं है,
तो आप स्पेसिफिकली उस चीज़ के लिए IAS की तैयारी कर रहे हैं?
मतलब चेंज लाना है, डेवलपमेंट करना है।
अच्छा, ओके। अपने लिए कुछ नहीं करना?
वो आना मेरे लिए, मैं IAS बन जाऊंगा तो बस वही मेरे लिए वो।
फिर तो बहुत कुछ आएगा। जी सर, वाई IAS? इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से आई IAS की तैयारी करने की? फ्रॉम वेयर यू गेट दिस इंस्पिरेशन टू बिकम IAS और टू प्रिपेयर फॉर द सिविल सर्विसेज? फ्रॉम सेल्फ, ओके। व्हाट इज द सोर्स ऑफ सेल्फ? करियर, दैट इज द पॉइंट कि हाँ सर करियर है। यस, और कोई बताना चाहे? देखिए, देयर टू थिंग्स दैट मेक यू टू डू समथिंग। लाइक वन इज लाइक समबडी विल से कि सर पिताजी कह रहे हैं, मम्मी कह रही हैं, ठीक है, और पड़ोसी का बेटा IAS बन गया है, उसको देख के करना है, ठीक है। IAS के हाथ में पावर होती है, प्रेस्टीज है, पैसा है, ये है, वो है। डू नॉट बी आफ्टर दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट इज नॉट देयर। People can motivate you to do something, but there is one thing that is called inspiration that will come inside from you. If you're having inspiration to do something in your life, like as he's saying that I want to do something for the tribals in my area, okay, then once you start preparing for something, once you start reading for something, you have a zeal inside that to do things I need to cross this process. So when you read things like history, geography, which is not in your interest, that will be readable for you, because there's something inside you that is forcing you to do. You getting my point or not? Do not live in fantasy. Like if you're having, any one of you will think that you will get a lot of prestige, power in this thing, you will not get. If I'll start asking that who is the DM of your district currently in your respective area, I'm telling you, hardly anyone will be there who is knowing who's DM in your area. What kind of prestige is there? कोई prestige मिल रही है आपको? नहीं. You have, when you have some work, you are going and he's just a government servant, that's all. You getting my point or not? So thing is, if you think from that perspective, I want to do something, I want to achieve something in society by this job, then it will be easier for you. You know, I'll give you one example. When I started preparing for UPSC, I asked my brother from Shriram College of Commerce. So I asked him, Bhaiya, do you know certain people who are being preparing for UPSC? I want to prepare for this examination. He said, गो टू पटेल चेस्ट, मुखर्जी नगर, लाइन लगी पड़ी है वहाँ तो तैयारी करने वालों की। मैंने कहा अच्छी बात है, जाता हूँ मैं। तो मैं गया वहाँ पे पटेल चेस्ट, और वहाँ जाके मैंने 2 लोगों से मिला। एक से मिला, एक के जब मैं रूम में गया, सो आई फाउंड दैट लॉट ऑफ पोस्टर्स वाज देयर, लाल बत्ती की गाड़ी, बड़ा घर, अलग अलग चीज़ें। दैट वॉज वेरी अट्रैक्टिव टू सी। होता ना कि अरे यार ये कुछ मिलने वाला है। लाइक ही वॉज हैविंग दी फोटो ऑफ डीएम हाउस, नॉट डीएम हाउस, सेक्रेटरी हाउस ऑफ यूपी इन लखनऊ। बहुत बड़ा घर है उनका, बहुत बड़ा सा घर मिलता है। सो व्हेन आई आस्क्ड हिम कि भैया यूपीएससी की तैयारी करनी है, कैसे कैसे की जाए, उसने मुझे बुक की लिस्ट दे दी एक पूरी, ये पढ़ लो, ये पढ़ लो। ठीक है। मैंने आस्क्ड हिम, मैं ये सब फोटो लगा रखी है, ये क्या है, ये सब क्या? कहता आई विल गेट दिस थिंग्स व्हेन आई बिकम आईएएस ऑफिसर। इट इज नॉट सर्टेन, आई एम टेलिंग यू, यू विल गेट इट और यू विल नॉट गेट, इट इज नॉट सर्टेन। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू क्रॉस दैट पाथ, then you can get things. Only when you do well. You will do well only when you have something zeal inside you to do something. Then I asked the second person. एक और बंदे से मिला, मैंने उनसे बोला भैया यूपीएससी की तैयारी कर रहा हूँ, सोच रहा हूँ कैसे तैयारी। बताया कि यार ये पढ़ ले, वही सेम जैसे उसने बताया। उसने भी कुछ बुक्स के नाम बता दिए, बट उसके रूम में फोटो नहीं थी। मैंने उनसे पूछा, मैंने भैया ये तैयारी क्यों कर रहे हैं? मैंने उनसे पूछा तो कुछ बता रहे थे वो स्टोरी वगैरह कि ये मिलेगा वो मिलेगा। मैंने व्हाई यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग? तो ही सेड दैट आई एम फ्रॉम ए फार्मर फैमिली, दैट आई एम हैविंग ए काइंड ऑफ ए गुड अमाउंट ऑफ लैंड इन माई विलेज. What happened once, me and my father was going for one of the land deal. कि हम एक डील करने जा रहे थे लैंड के लिए. So in between, in the night we stopped for a dinner, and me and my father had something at the dhaba. Then suddenly my dad started feeling pain in the left hand, severe pain, and it is a sign of heart attack. And my dad had a heart attack in the dhaba itself. So I was very scared. So I asked the dhaba wala ki sir, यहाँ आसपास कोई hospital है, ऐसे दिक्कत हो गई है. So he said the hospital is there in the city, 35 kilometer away from here. तो उसने कहा ओके. तो कह रहे गाड़ी में मैंने उनको बिठाया और मैं उनको लेके गया जल्दी जल्दी वहाँ पे. कह रहे as soon as I reached there, he was declared dead on arrival. He is no more. कहते the thing which is haunting me after the entire process and entire thing, why the hospitals are only in city? Why not in village? Then I thought, by what kind of job I can do things for people so that no father will face such kind of thing in future. Okay, then I start looking. Then I got to know two things are there by which I can do something for the society in this manner. Either I can become politician or become IAS officer. Okay, I don't have source to become politician. I'm not having money and muscle power with me. I'm a normal farmer. But secondly, when it comes to IAS, that I can do. I started preparing. And that time he was awaiting for his result. He cleared in the very first attempt. Because he decided that I will do things in such a manner wherever I will be posted. You cannot solve the problem for the entire India, but you can solve problem in certain area where you will be posted. He said that whenever I will go and whenever I become DM in a district, I'll put a special attention in terms of primary healthcare and the other medical healthcare facility in my area. And I'll ensure that in my area, no father will die in this manner and no lady will die in this manner. And he is doing wonderful work currently, wonderful work. So if you have any kind of reason behind doing, जब हम टूर पे जाते हैं घूमने, क्या रीजन होता है? एंजॉय करेंगे. That is a reason to go on tour or not? And you enjoy because you have a reason inside to do something. In the same manner, if you're preparing for this examination, if you're not having reason under you, then I'm telling you at a definitely at one point of time you will start feeling bored for this preparation. धीरे धीरे आप क्रिप करना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. नहीं यार, आज नहीं, कल पढ़ेंगे, परसों पढ़ूंगा. आज न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने का मन नहीं, कल पढ़ूंगा. एक दिन न्यूज़पेपर छोड़ेंगे, कल नहीं पढ़ पाएंगे उसे. फिर वो नहीं हो पाता है. फिर वो 2 दिन 4 दिन का इकट्ठा होता चला जाएगा और छूटती चली जाएंगी चीज़ें. ये सबके साथ होता है, मुझे पता है. But unless and if you're having some sort of, excitement, reason inside you to do something, you will do it. Getting my point or not? So if you're having this kind of reason, that power, prestige, this kind of thing, I'm not saying these people are not clearing. These are also clearing, but these are not well-performing officers in the job. First of all, if you want to be part of it, get a reason, do things, prepare hardly, part of the service and achieve your goal. Like one of our friend, who is 6th ranker in UPSC, I was asking him, कि यार क्या salary? Because what happened once, we went to ITC, this Dholak ITC Maurya Sheraton. तो डिनर के लिए गए, वहाँ पे बिल विल देने की बारी आई. So he was looking at me. या तू पे कर दे. मैंने कहा यार क्या बात कर रहा है, मैं करता हूँ, क्या छोटी सी तो बात है. बिकॉज वी पीपल आर डूइंग गुड इन टर्म्स ऑफ अर्निंग मनी. मैंने उससे पूछा, मैंने यार क्या बात है. पहले तो मतलब हिज डैड इज काइंड ऑफ वेरी गुड रेनाउंड लॉयर इन दिल्ली, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के लॉयर हैं उसके डैड. तो कहता प्रतीक यार 40,000 सैलरी मिलती है यार. कहता 3,000 रुपये अगर मैं अपने डिनर के लिए पे कर दूंगा यार, मेरी तो कई दिन की सैलरी चली गई यार. मैंने कहा एक बात बता, फिर आईएएस करके मिला क्या तुझे? मुझे पता है उसे क्या मिला, बट स्टिल छेड़ रहा था उसे. मैंने क्या मिला तुझे इस जॉब से? तो जैसे ही मैंने बोला वो सीरियस हो गया एकदम. कहता यार देख, इट्स नॉट अबाउट मनी, इट्स अबाउट द वर्क आई एम डूइंग फॉर सोसाइटी. कहता फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टिल इवनिंग, ही इज पोस्टेड इन अरुणाचल करंटली, ईटानगर में पोस्टेड है. कहता है फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टू इवनिंग वी आर बीइंग डीलिंग विद सो मेनी पीपल एंड वी डूइंग सो मेनी वर्क फॉर द वेरियस पीपल. कहता आउट ऑफ 100, 1% when you're doing something for them, the way they say thanks to us, कि सर थैंक यू वेरी मच, आपने हमारा काम करा दिया. कहता दैट थिंग इज गिविंग अ सेटिस्फैक्शन. इससे सेटिस्फैक्शन मिल रहा है हमें. कह रहे मनी इज नॉट अ बिग थिंग, विल अर्न डेफिनेटली. और कह रहा 40,000 इज मोर देन इनफ यार टू लिव अ बेसिक लाइफ. वी आर नॉट सपोज टू ईट इन दिस वन. कहता व्हेन वी आर ऑन टूर ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट साइड देन वी कैन ईट एनीवेयर, because that time on government expenditure. But when we are doing personal expenditure, we have to be careful. So the line that he said to me, I know that usse satisfaction is job se kahan se milta hai. If you're being really an honest person, if you're preparing, actually seriously, then you're actually having, I'm sure that you're having certain reasons inside your mind to prepare. So when you prepare and when you have this reason in your mind to prepare, then it will be easier for you to face this entire process. It will be easier for you. आसान हो जाएगा, और कुछ नहीं है बस. और बाद में जॉब में आने के बाद तो आप क्या करेंगे क्या नहीं करेंगे, दैट विल टाइम डिसाइड. बट तब तक तो कुछ होना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि जॉब में आने के बाद बहुत सारे लोग बदल जाते हैं. और जो करप्ट हो जाता है, आप ये ध्यान रखिए, द डे यू बिकम करप्ट, योर सबॉर्डिनेट, योर सीनियर्स, योर जूनियर्स, योर एंटायर बैच विल गेट टू नो कि भैया करप्ट हो गया वो आज. सबको पता लग जाएगा कि आप करप्ट हैं. And after that, your promotion will be decided on the basis of the money that you will give, not your work will work. Getting my point or not? So thing is, this job will give you a lot of satisfaction personally. But in terms of money, power, prestige, nothing. यार एक बात बताइए, अगर आप सेक्रेटरी बन के उद्योग भवन में बैठे भी हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं आप? पॉलिसी तो बना रहे हैं. कौन जानता है आपको क्या प्रेस्टीज मिल रही है आपको, बताइए. Who knows? जीएसटी काउंसिल की मीट चल रही है आजकल, अभी परसों खत्म हुई है. All the ministers were the front-facing people who are showing that we are the one who has brought GST. It was not them. It is all the IAS officer and Indian Economic Officer, Service Officer who did this. My own friend was a part of this council. She was there. अरुणाचल में पोस्टेड थी, कहती यार आई हूँ मीटिंग के लिए. So आपको कभी नहीं जानेंगे लोग, जानेंगे मिनिस्टर्स को ही. But you will have a satisfaction. I'm doing something for society. That you will only get from this job. Nothing else will you get. I'm telling you. So if you're having this kind of reasons, if you want to have such kind of satisfaction, then prepare. Otherwise, do something else in this society. We're having so many things to do. तो समझ रहे हैं? तो इसलिए अगर आप इस पूरे के पूरे बवंडर में कूदे हैं आईएएस के पढ़ने के लिए, then deal it seriously. Do not be like, a person who is being thinking every day some second thing. नहीं यार, कुछ और करते हैं, चल यार करते हैं, हो जाएगा. Do not be like this. समझ पा नहीं पा रहे हैं? यही है. बाकी जो आपके हैंडआउट्स हैं, जो आपका ये पीपीटी वाला है, सिलेबस है, ठीक है, ये आपकी पोर्टल पे लोड हो जाएगा. I think next time we'll meet after Diwali only. So when we meet after Diwali, we'll start with the GDP in the very first minute itself. We'll not discuss anything like this. क्लास में बीच बीच में कभी कभी कुछ डिस्कस कर लेंगे, but we'll discuss corely economics after that. And whatever topic that is being sent to you, like the mail आपके पास जो जाता है जिसके अंदर ये होता है कि ये चीज़ें आपकी इस क्लास में कवर होने वाली हैं, do read it once in your handout so that you will be able to ask questions and you will be able to understand things in a proper manner. And I really enjoy those classes where the people are asking questions. Questions पूछेंगे, then you will be able to learn so many new things. If you want to ask question, तो जो भी मैं बताऊंगा फेस वैल्यू पे एक्सेप्ट करके चले जाएंगे. ठीक है, चलिए दिवाली के बाद मिलते हैं. हैप्पी दिवाली एंड टेक केयर.